supposed to suck on him.
And that's the way we start a live stream, right there. Thank you for that. Welcome to
Tic
Nyko's...
Tacs.
Well,
This monster just chewed him.
Tic Tacs, they're for sucking.
brought you from Gameology, a store that doesn't suck.
It's
Simply
chewy.
comes with the avernus dice.
And this is Fellstone Chronicles. Today's episode, appropriately, since we are in NeoMorian, the Horse Heresy.
It's a horse, of course.
Not that anybody in this room knows anything about 40k or anything like that.
What?
Exactly.
I know nothing.
We're gamers, what can we say?
4120.
Yeah, we are, as I said, in NeoMorian, and to get started, I'll have the players introduce their characters with their class, name, race, and what they've found most interesting about the museum so far. Start to my left.
Alright. My name is Cody. I play Wraith Tennyson, the Warlock Sorcerer. And I think the most interesting thing I've seen in the museum is stories that I, as a player, lived through. And then a bunch of Lord of the Rings references. Hi, my name's Travis Hancock, and I play Valer, the Dragonborn Paladin. And the most interesting thing that I've seen in the labyrinth was well, it's about to happen, really, but it's about how far I can yeet this chairman fecker out into the sea of
Oh, that's right.
Vex.
That's right. I forgot. We have the chairman of the board with us. I forgot about that.
Not for long, we do, ne?
I didn't. Wait. The second riddle was going to be what's his middle initial. So
F.
exactly. Chairman F the board. Then F the board.
F this board.
He has a second middle initial.
He does.
U.
Wouldn't that be a Y?
No, just a U.
Just a U. That's okay. She read the header and thought it was the horse Hershey.
Chocolatey.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
I didn't know it was Easter.
No.
We're chocolate animals.
We're
It's
actually
October.
you're near the second greatest candy festival in the retail world, only behind Easter.
Is it really?
Yeah, Halloween's number 2.
You think it'd be first?
Halloween's getting taken over.
Just going by cubic fuck tons of candy and sugar?
Well, I think
That's
the
ca-
issue
that's
is
Christmas.
that no, actually, Easter's number 1 as far as the amount of chocolate.
Valentine's is third.
Oh, it's specifically chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
That's why, because in Halloween they sell all kinds of candy.
Yes, you know what though?
It's
You know what
mostly
everyone's
chocolate.
worst favorite is, which is fine. You can all send it to me. That'd be horrible. Imagine everybody sending them all to me.
Candy
Gameology
corn.
gets
Candy corn's the worst.
I
I
love
love.
candy
No,
corn.
no, the worst is the wee
The peach.
circus peanuts.
Oh, I love those too.
Those are the... Actually, no. Okay, I gotta break character. The
I was about to say,
absolute
is
worst
Valer
candy-
talking to us about his
Yes, he's that. He's
not
Valer hates
important.
circus peanuts, and in this
He's
world
so
it's actual
chaotic, he
peanuts.
doesn't even believe in a fourth wall.
That makes sense.
But no,
he lives in a lean-to.
the worst candy. I gave you one, didn't I? The ones from France.
Oh yeah,
The little UFOs that it's literally just styrofoam packing peanut material that melts in your mouth with like sour powder on the inside.
why would you buy that on purpose?
Okay, the same reason why the Japanese get the ones that get the Japanese love that I can't.
Those
Go with
wasabi
it.
candies?
The ones that look like sushi but taste like literally taste like Play-Doh. They're tiny like bits of sushi and sashimi and stuff that you stack on to make a little tiny.
Now they have it where you can make it yourself and just add water and then you form it in these little trays.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, it still has no flavor. It's no flavor. Oh, what's this?
Characters.
Oh, did they get posted?
No,
Electronically?
I'm gonna post them electronically to you later. I couldn't last night because I got back at 11:30 at night.
Okay.
We want the module. We want the module.
Yes, I know everyone wants a module. I'm looking forward to the module. I've got one more piece of work being worked on right now, hopefully by my nephew, and then we will be complete. That'll be so much fun.
Hooray.
Hooray! So, Watch for that.
And
The
first.
vote comes from chocolate and peanut butter crashed together. She's a Reese's fan.
Woo! I
Reese's
agree.
Is pretty good.
Have you ever been to Hershey, Pennsylvania?
I have.
It's a delightful place. They have a waterfall, but it's no chocolate.
No, it's true.
It's a
Hey,
shame.
Who the hell is Valer talking to?
He's fourth walling it again.
I'm
assume
talking
he's
to
talking
the,
to the
the
chairman.
Vex.
The viewer.
No, I'm
he's
I'm
busy
looking
with the
to
Board of
the-
Education.
Vex.
He's talking to the Board of Education.
The chairman.
That too.
And truly, it is the Board of Education as well. That's true. That's true. That works as well.
Yeah, it's about as superfluous as well.
Nice. Nice. So, see, you were also learning to fish from the lake. Wasn't somebody fishing from the lake for a while?
No, that's the dude.
That was
dude.
Sunday's game.
Okay.
Oh, Cody.
Oh wait, no.
I
Yeah,
got you
because
a
we
costume.
we went under the thing and we had
You were
Mr.
talking
Skeleton
to-
Man in the
yeah.
carriage
Oh,
and everything. Yeah, I was fishing.
didn't
Glim
know you got it,
was fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, John.
You like
I
it?
forgot entirely
cool.
about that.
Okay. Now, whatever you do, don't eat
It's
that.
brand new.
Whatever you do, don't eat that.
But I love the taste of silica gel in the morning.
Not good for your digestive system. Trust me.
You
Great
won't make
for
for
your
a week.
teeth, though.
Yeah. No.
Great for your teeth.
It goes good
Stop
with
it.
bread.
Someone's going to hear us and go, "Oh, that's a great idea."
Don't. This is a PSA from Nikos D&D. Do not ingest silica gel under any circumstance.
And now we know.
Unless you're in D&D, then you can have your character do it all you want.
Thank
Just
you
to
for
be sure, the
undercutting the
message is clear.
PSA.
Just to make sure the message
1d6
is clear.
damage per gel bead.
Oh, just make sure the message is clear. Do not do this in real life.
Now we know.
She says, as a matter of fact, she does know where Hershey is, and she says the whole town smells like chocolate, even if you're doing
It
it.
does. It's amazing.
That's why people got mad at me when I named a village on Nikos Nestle, and they burned the town to the ground, thinking that it was going to leave them chocolate bars when they finished. It was awful. All my NPCs, the entire town got
Your
burnt to the
people,
ground.
your homeland, that's why you don't know where you've come from.
Gone. Wiped out in an instant. The children.
By the red dragon.
No,
doubt.
what's worse is that they were roasting marshmallows over because they thought with the chocolate they'd get s'mores. It was awful.
The children.
It was awful.
And you think 7th iteration was the bad one?
Sounds was tame.
Only one
I
guy
actually
was
got
actively
to
trying to
taste
burn the
test
world.
new Reese's
Who?
bite things while I was there years ago. I don't think they ever came out. They were really gross. Except for one. It was just basically a junior mint.
Oh, the drops?
So, like, there's a place when you go there that sometimes you're allowed
They
to,
use
like,
it for
beta
their-
test
it's how they
candy
test.
things.
Yeah, they test things.
And so, like, one was, like, a corn nut covered in, like, chili cheese flavor, corn nut covered in chocolate. And another one was just, like, the same thing but a peanut instead. And then the third one was just basically a junior mint. I like the junior mint one, but... Anyways.
Okay, so we're still by the lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
I...
And you just...
I just got the Fellstone.
So, and how did the Fellstone come to you specifically? I would, for the viewers who may not have caught last time.
So I stood on the shores after Valer asked the lake several times for the Fellstone, and so I walked up, asked very nicely, and a dragon made of limb appeared out of the lake as the water receded towards it. It flew towards me, and just before hitting me, deposited the Fellstone in my hands and left me completely dry. None of the limb touched me.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Almost immediately, clapping madly, is the White Veil Jubilee thing. Just clapping like crazy.
Sounds like an oxymoron.
The very gaunt figure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you?
Huh. Don't thank me. You have more than your hands full now. If you only knew where you're having to take that to.
Where would that be?
I like him.
Oh,
Such a jolly
Sorry.
guy.
So, you're familiar with who we are, the Jubileethans, obviously. You must
Yeah.
have dealt with this before
Yeah,
to
with the
recognize
first
it so
one.
quickly. What's that?
Like, yeah, with the first one.
Right, right. So you're familiar with the placement of these things, how they have to be in a place of great crisis, and they've got to be put in the middle, the center point of a great conflict.
Mm-hmm.
There's this little-known kingdom that's forming far to the south. It's an area used to be known as the Mists, and it's now known as Fulcrum.
Huh.
There happens to be a bit of a small civil war going on there. And from what I understand, that's where that needs to go. You'll get more information from one of my brethren when you make it to the continent.
Brethren as in White Veil or brethren as in Jubilee?
Jubilee, thank you for
I have
that.
a question about that.
Sure.
Why are you wearing white?
Because it's a really cool color. Brings out the color in my eyes.
That's what I was thinking. He didn't think so.
No?
No, he thought you worshipped like nothingness or something. It's crazy bastard.
Oh, I'm about endings. Yes, I've ended more things than you could possibly imagine.
Such as?
23-year relationship. You really want to go down this road?
Speaking of which, I have a wee bit of
Delete
ending
something.
Guys,
for
we
myself.
found the GM's self-insert character.
Which one isn't? Come on!
The lease on that carriage.
You guys
Speaking of which, I have some ending to do myself. Pull out the chairman
Oh no.
from my portable hole.
No, I'm not pissing that because
I walk slowly.
Well, I don't know if he'll write something.
I walk slowly over to the lake.
Hang on a
of
second.
Lim.
You're right. It's gonna be scribbling madly. Just
I know some things were written,
I'm gonna
but we
take
can move
out-
past this.
I'm gonna take out a dagger. What does it say?
I'm sorry, John. I can't do that.
I'm sorry, John.
You haven't opened it since.
And I'm going to take out a dagger and I'm going to carve into it.
No.
Fuck you.
Presses a
And
button
I'm going
it's
to
gone.
yeet it into the Sea of Lim and ask it joyously, please never let this dampen the door of any other living being for the rest of all eternity.
Mei-chan.
Roll a 12-sided.
Darn. I guess that went under.
7.
Okay. You pitch it, and because of the angle of it, it actually skips 7 times across the surface. And as it starts to head back to the surface, he mage hands it. It's holding it above the fluid level.
Can I do a reflex to backhand him and break his concentration?
You can attempt it. He gets to make his con save to hold on to it.
Nat 20.
You definitely biffed him. Do you make your dex save?
It's not a dex save, it's a con save.
It's con save, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Nat
You
20.
can always re-roll it. You've got inspiration, name tag.
Do not save it, you
Oh, he's got his
bastard!
name tag.
I forgot my name
He forgot
tag
his name
today.
tag, so he doesn't. All right.
Fight me!
Because I was missing a vehicle of transport this
there
week,
we
and
go.
I'm still putting
Oh,
everything
now,
back in.
see, there's lots of things that have been lost recently. Thank you for bringing up all the things that I've helped end.
Can I use a BP to force his reroll?
Yes, you can. It's a BP. It's different.
Reroll, Travis.
I have a ton of BP if I really wanted to save this thing.
I have 5.
Nat 20. 12 plus. Is this attack?
Yeah, of course.
19.
19, you still hit him.
I'm a wizard.
Get wrecked.
So it's 1 point plus your strength modifier.
It goes to the brainy deep.
Yes.
Well, the not so brainy magical deep.
We hope there's no brine. We don't even know what that would do.
Some limbrine. Limbrine? Brine lim?
Limburg. Anyways, so that's done. I feel very proud of myself now. like a weight's been lifted out of my bag.
Somehow that was almost like a magical item funeral. That which was consigned from magic was returned to magic.
If there's a fee for not returning that, you're paying it. It's not coming out of the party funds.
They can kiss my arse. Tell them to get a better navigator then.
All right, so
And
get rid of the board.
just as I thought.
What?
Mage Hand does not require concentration.
Aha!
So he still grabs it.
You still got it. Thank you for checking.
So unfortunately, you've got to kill a Glim in order to douse that thing.
No, wait, don't.
Don't say that. He might...
I'm gonna roll to grapple him and pick him up.
Shield itself only. I can't help you here.
I know it's fine.
I fail.
Daddy.
He's running.
He doesn't resist, so I try again.
You're just picking him
Nat
up.
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
With you don't
I
need to
pick him
roll
up.
with advantage if I'm actually letting you.
I'm pick him up, Lion King style, and I walk over to the Lake of Lim.
Okay, realize that the way lakes work, the water's moving in and out.
Yep. Let it go! Let it go as far out there, or I'll drop you.
2 Disney references at the same time.
So while he's not paying attention, I'm gonna grab it with Mage Hand too.
Okay.
Let it go!
So he goes, okay, let's go.
Because I have a height advantage, do I see his hand first? Before he notices is all I'm asking.
Sure, make a perception check.
Base 17.
I'm not that high.
Yeah, you see that there's a second mage
So
hand.
yes, I
Let
disperse
it
the
go.
mage hand,
And
but
it's-
it doesn't fall.
It doesn't fall. It just sits there in midair and measures.
Let it go!
I summon another mage hand right there to show you I don't have
Stop!
one going.
Stop your wizardry! It
It
deserves to die!
I think maybe it has its own flotation device. I don't know. It's magic.
Matter of fact, I imagine with your fingers you're making it do this.
So now I'm going to activate my breath weapon. And I'm going to...
Wait until it gets close to shore and burn
No,
it.
And then,
I'm
all of a
going to-
sudden, just dodges out of the...
How far out is it by now?
Mage Hand goes up to 60
Well, you
feet.
could your greatest toss would have been about 30 feet.
Is it 60 or 30?
I have a
30.
60-foot line.
Okay.
So it's already within range.
So he's gonna try to hit it with the beam of light.
Do I roll for that?
Yes. No, actually, it makes a save, but it's a mage hand.
Do I make the save?
It's
Well,
a
no,
straight
yeah, because
line.
the item will have to make it from the standpoint of taking the damage. Mage hand takes no damage and does not have an effect. So you literally could mage hand it through a fire and it would still be moving.
Good
Just
to
whether or
know.
not- Whether or not it ever, yeah, it's important.
But the force, should it not be able to... It can only
It's
take
no
5
force.
pounds of weight.
It's not force. You're hitting it with radiant. You're the one who always argues, no, my breath weapon is nothing other than radiance. It's pure light.
No, that's because you guys keep thinking that it's fire.
But you always clarify that it's radiance.
Yeah,
That it's only light.
but it
There's
still
no-
does damage.
There's no
It
force
still does damage.
It does do damage.
Take the damage.
Radiant damage.
Take the damage,
Well,
board.
it's a save, and it's against a line attack, so it's either save and make it, and then there's no damage, or all damage. So or
half.
So no, it's no save for half.
I'm going to check on that.
It is
I'm
safe
pretty
enough.
sure yours.
It's saved for half, but because this is DM homebrew rules, it
no,
can be...
no. I'm talking about the fact that dragon breath weapon as a
It's saved
as
for
an
half.
NPC is it safe for half?
Yes.
Oh, for actual regular dragon breath, it's
Yeah.
always safe for half. Yeah.
Why did I think it was otherwise? I think it was like half.
Probably.
Well,
that
because
would
line
what's
would
the one
make
where you give
sense.
somebody dragon breath? What's that spell?
Dragon breath.
Yeah, isn't it? I think
It's
I don't
still
know.
safe
If
for
is
half.
there a spell or is
Yes,
there
there is one that gives temporary dragon breath, but it's,
Okay.
you choose the type.
Because I know there's a potion too.
There's both.
Yeah.
It's a derivative.
Why do you do this?
Save for half on it. I think it's really hysterical. A arbitrary random non-lethal magic item is now the focus of player rage.
I want to use my mage hand to
I'm
splash in the limb
chaotic
water a little
good.
bit.
Throw it into the... So am I.
Exactly.
Throw it into the fires from which it came.
Hellfire. Hellfire.
Nice.
Okay, we had 3 Disney songs in the last 10 minutes. We had Hasapenya, Let It Go.
Okie dokie. Let's try. Hopefully this won't be a lethal combat.
Choose me or your pyre.
What's your DC breath weapon?
17.
Okay, do your damage.
3d6.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's 2 at level 1, but at level 5 it becomes...
9. No. 1, 2, 6.
6. Okay. It's been hit with a beam of light. Suddenly the surface of the limb just below it starts to froth.
And I'm gonna be like,
Stop
all right,
talking.
he told us to stop doing that. Valere, what are you doing?
Does the limb react to their mage hands?
Yeah, the frothing is getting worse.
Ooh, it's bubbling. You better stop it now.
We also probably shouldn't let the magic item fall in there.
No one said that.
Well, technically, if it was don't touch the liquid, he did it 7 times. One throw a minute ago. Skip.
Oh god, the board's gonna become sentient.
It
Wait a minute.
already has been.
Wait a minute.
We use the mage hand to go drop it in the cage.
No, but what originally was your mage hand,
Mm-hmm.
you see a larger hand now made of limb, also now splashing.
So it's a limb hand?
Whoa.
If he brings it within shore, then I'm running to grab it again.
Well,
I'm floating it over you.
Then I will go to the end of his 30-foot range and wait.
So you're gonna go into the water?
No, he's bringing it back towards the cage.
You can just keep it floating, but okay.
Yeah,
For how long?
as long as I want.
It's basically a minute long, but he
Anyway,
can just keep doing
recast
it.
at the end.
Or you can just basically keep summoning it and have 6 mage hands. Because it's not concentration.
Spellcasters.
Yeah!
Does that mean you could actually create hands clapping?
No, we can make jazz hands with nothing but hands.
We only need one hand to clap.
Yeah, Smelly.
Applause.
The one man
Okay,
applause.
so it's floating harmlessly 32 feet above you. No, 30 feet above you because he can't put any taller than
Well, no, if he's
I
tall.
feel like I'm being picked on.
By beings that are much more powerful, apparently.
You really want to go there, little man? You want to go there?
I'll be
you
your
hear a long scraping sound as your would-be host is now pulled out a large Adirondack chair and is plunking down to watch. Pulls out his pipe.
Blue 42! Set! Hike!
You sunk my battleship.
Let's go.
So I can now assume that it's him doing the mage hand.
Yeah, by now
I'm gonna run over and start tickling him. Stop it!
tickling.
You have
Okay.
claws.
Stop it!
I attempt to yeet the gnome. I tickle the warlock.
Do they challenge my tickling prowess? It has been honed over 75 years in the woodland realm.
Everybody make a perception check.
15?
16.
14.
15,
Well, in that
14,
case, all of
15,
you will see
16.
it about the same time, so I suppose I should just go ahead and put the model out there.
Wow.
Big fish.
Let's go. It's the catfish you just gave me.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Limb catfish.
No, you've been
Limbfish.
Okay, so this whole time you've been in the general area with the White
Stones.
Veil wagon and your friend the white sitting in the sand about ankle deep.
Oh, we saw that.
Oh yeah.
We did.
Is it moving now?
Nope. I just remember you. I didn't recall what I told you. Whether I told you you'd seen it or not.
Said it was like a big engine or something.
It's a Gundam.
It's a metal slug.
No, you described it as it looks
Is he
like
distracted
the.
enough to loose the mage hand?
It's not a
No,
concentration.
it's not concentration.
Shh. That feels like bullshit.
I mean,
It's
you could open up
because-
the player's handbook right now.
That's literally what I did. It can only hold 10 pounds, so is that thing 11 pounds?
Pick
Then-
that up and tell
Thought
me
it was
it's
only
11
5 pounds.
Well, no, that's. I don't know if magic-y ones are maybe 2 pounds heavier.
No, I think you only push with 5 pounds of pressure, but I think you can actually lift 10 pounds. It wouldn't matter. It's less than a pound.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. Glenn will summon
He's really
6
upset.
mage hands.
He's really upset with
I couldn't kill a
Chairman.
piece of tablet.
slate. Piece of slate.
Oh, there we go. I will make more of these, and I will call them the use slates.
What is the somatic? What is the components needing to cast mage hand?
Focus
Verbal, somatic.
and a focus.
No, just verbal and somatic.
I cover his mouth.
Oh,
I've already cast the spell.
Once it
for this minute, it'll die at the end of the minute. Is what he's getting at, since you have to recast it.
I'll lick his hand.
Oh, great! Well, first we were tickling each other, now we're licking hands. This is
I withstand your licking.
the guy is not.
Night goes after dark.
No. Did
It
I
ta-
give
it
you
tastes
this
like
guy's
licking
name?
coins.
Do you even have this guy's name?
I think you gave it to us, but we don't remember.
No, I don't remember getting it. I think maybe you
Glim.
came down first, right?
Yes, Glim was first, and then it was the other guy. Then you guys wanted to walk down with your air boots.
Yeah, but that didn't work.
Yeah, you fell but caught yourself on the chain. He just took the chain down.
Yep, that's why he's all slimy.
Greasy.
I just heard surprised at zombies.
Yeah, his name is Wilric Zuth. Anyway, so Wilric's now pulling out his pipe. One of the long stand pipes.
Mage hand,
Like the
just a
Gandalf
match.
You're busy. Yeah, well,
Wait a minute. It is an action to cast and an action to use the hand.
right.
So they cannot just be moving it around. If I'd used an action to get it, then
Well, you had it in your hand.
something.
You had it in your hand, you tossed it,
Action
we caught
to
it
throw.
over the water, and you haven't gone
This
anywhere near
thing
the
is
hand.
going to die. I will not
Carved
leave
into
this
it,
place
so blast
until
it
it
with
gets
your radiant
yeeted.
breath.
And I have looked forward to this all week.
May I ask why it is important that this thing apparently be tossed in a lake of pure energy?
Do you have short-term memory loss?
Yes, sure. Indulge.
No, I
Maybe
just
for the
want
new
to know
players.
why you want to give this thing possibly more power than you could ever imagine. Tossing a sentient magic item into a pool of magic.
Which clearly has the capability of holding great magical items and protecting them from all...
Fellstone is only semi-sentient.
And when it
Just wanna
came out,
point
it was
that out.
and when it came out, it was dragony thing coming out with it. We don't know what the chairman will come out with. He might come out with the board.
Chairman might want revenge on Valair.
It's still dying.
I think with 2 spellcasters, it'll be a long time before that happens. It'll be annoying, but it'll hover above your
Okay,
head.
well, I guess we all turn in our characters.
What's this all?
Can I use the airwalks?
Sure. You want to go chase it?
Yes.
Okay. What's your? Let's see. What is the move rate of
15.
Mage Hand?
Mage hand is 30.
That's the range, but it can only move 15 per action.
You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. On the page, sir. This is the most recent edition of the Player's Handbook.
Yep.
Right there, 30 feet.
I believe Wraith.
I have a question.
Sure.
It says that the hand ever moves more than 30 feet away from you, or if you cast a spell again, it is killed, correct?
Uh-huh.
Does it say it's killed when you have?
Yes, it vanishes
If
if
it's
you
more than
move
30
it
feet
more
away
than
from
30
you.
feet. It makes it seem
Okay,
like
yeah,
each
I
time you move
misinterpreted that.
30 feet, it should stop.
It stops after it moves 30 feet, but then once it
You
stays
can move
active.
the hand up to 30 feet each time you use the spell.
Yeah, just directly above
So
my
therefore,
head.
it shouldn't go 30 feet and then continue to hold for eternity.
It holds for the minute.
Within the 30-foot radius of your character.
Right. Can't move any more than 30 feet with you.
I tackle him and start running in the opposite direction
You tackle him
and move him more than 30 feet away from where
and
he
you
is.
try to run.
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, you have to roll the attack to grapple.
I fail.
Okay. So you haven't grappled him. He's mauling you. What's your reaction?
I now succeeded grappling him.
That's second action, but he gets to respond to the first one. So he attempted to
I'm
grapple
just
you.
gonna go in the cage and close the door.
Jaws.
As my action, bring the slate with me.
Slipping
Okay.
through the bars.
So your move and it moved towards you. He was attempting to maul you. He failed. You got into the cage.
Closed door.
You brought the object in with you.
Yeah.
So that's moving it. It's 30 feet. So it's with you inside the cage.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I use a reflex to grab it as it enters the cage with him?
Because of the fact that you were attempting to grapple him, I would grant you an attack of opportunity to try to grab it as it goes by. Yes.
Well, he'd be grabbing me, not the slate. The slate's in the air.
I'm using my
But
name
no,
tag
when
to
you're
roll
inside
it.
the cage, you said it was coming in the cage with you.
Yeah, it was. I
It
thought
has
we
to
were,
come therefore down and come into the
19.
cage with you.
Weren't we by the beach, though?
You just said you were going to the cage.
Yeah, I went to the cage, but Valeria would still be by the beach.
We didn't actually start the melee until he declared the attack. He declares the attack. Your response to the attack was to leave the space. So technically he would have had a second attack of opportunity on you just to get you.
Yeah, I'm
Which
just
he
making
missed.
sure he's trying to grab me, not the slate.
Okay, right, because the book isn't down to where you are yet.
Right.
Not yet.
Then you've moved your 30 feet.
Yep.
So round 2 begins.
I'm in the cage.
So your 30 feet is in the cage, yeah, but you've got to wait for the book to come down and be in the cage with you because you have to move in the 30 feet. It can't. It does not get dragged with you when you move.
Yeah, I know, that's an action. As my movement, I moved into the cage. My action, I moved the slate.
So you brought it down and at an angle, so you wouldn't be able to use your whole 30 feet. So I'm getting at
It's,
because its total movement is 30 feet.
yeah. You just bring it 30 feet away.
If
This
you
is
do,
a
it's still not
pointless joke. Why are we arguing about this so much? Just because you... Where do you think this is going to end?
I mean, I just want the thing up top. I
He just.
don't want it in the Lake of Limb because I think that's a bad idea.
That's
I've
the only reason I
explained it.
stopped it.
Yeah.
I just didn't want it in the lake. If you want to crack it when it's above ground or something, that's another story.
What reason do you have to not want it in the Lake of Limb?
What
It's a
reason do you have to
sentient
want it?
magic item, not the Lake of Limb. We don't know what's going to happen because last time somebody put something in the lake, it got replaced with Limb.
What did?
Someone stuck their foot into a puddle of it. When it came out, it was just a foot made of Limb.
My character doesn't remember this happening.
Well, I do. I remember what happened when we
And that
messed
was
with the Limb
that was
puddle.
in Fellstone. So
Yeah.
When?
first episode,
Yeah,
second
no,
episode, second episode.
Early
Des-
enough.
That was
Des,
the first Fellstone we came into contact with was sitting on top of a lake of Limb.
Okay.
it
He's
wasn't
explaining-
a lake. It was only.
I got 19
Yeah,
to try to grab it as it goes in the cage.
Okay, you got the book back in your hands. You've grabbed it. He's standing inside the cage, and you got it.
I now dash as fast as I can along the shore.
Okay, you're not. Remember, you're not adjacent to the shore now. You're 30 feet back.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
That
running.
would be my next
So you're
round.
running back to the shore.
Yes.
So that's actually not adjacent. That's actually running at the lake.
I'm telling you where my trajectory is. It's not directly at the lake. It is to get away from them so that when I do throw it in, they won't be able to mage hand it.
Okay.
Do you think we should just let him suffer the consequences? When a giant big old kill all dragonborns in the area monster comes out, then I guess he'll learn his lesson.
I don't know, maybe we should just leave. We could both just literally walk out of here.
And Glim can ride in the cage this time with a friend.
instead of
So
in
we
the
can't activate the cage from down here. So I'm just gonna go up.
Nope, 30 feet. We've already determined that ain't working. You're climbing 900.
I thought it was like a dual chain thing where you
More than 10 pounds of pressure.
You gotta be able to carry.
No,
this,
I'm talking about just
several
us,
£100
but-
cage.
I thought it was one of those
It's a dual chain, but the lever is at the top. That's the
Okay,
reason
so
why
it's through a lever system.
Yeah.
That's the thing I didn't remember.
well, no, it's
I
like
thought
a
it was
wheel, but
I
it's
thought
at
it was
the
like a
top.
dumb waiter where if you can keep pulling,
No,
it
that was
disperses the weight.
that was the issue. Is you had to have the mechanism, which is at the top. That's why somebody had to climb down any which way. You end up using the boots.
All
for the
right.
most
So
part.
so unfortunately, the Air Adventure shoes are only sized for you.
We didn't get any for you.
Nope.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
Did
you
you?
did. Got 3
Yes,
pairs.
I did. I got 5.
Got 5 pairs. That's right.
I completely forgot about that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
because you had both of these in mind at the time.
Yeah.
See, I'm not selfish. Just because someone often likes to point out that he thinks I am.
I have never once said you are selfish. What do we want to officially call these shoes?
Airwalks.
Airwalks?
They go with that many. She says, with that many musicals, must be another musical night. Night goes Fellstone.
I'm tempted to call these things just air herks as a reference to Hercules.
Nice.
They're already airwalks.
Yes, but you can nickname them. You can name your shoes.
That is fine. Is anyone resisting my attempts to
No,
yeet?
you ran away.
No,
no.
He stopped to put on his shoes.
It is yeeted into the limb.
Okay, roll a d12 again.
2.
It only skips twice. Stip, stip, splash.
Darn.
I was hoping you rolled a 1 and just right at his feet.
That would have been great, you know it.
Okay,
So yeah,
vanishes beneath the silver.
I now go over to the giant mech
Okay,
and knock.
and Gloom's gonna try and get the chain.
where
stairs to
particularly
go.
are knocking on the nose, the side of the panel. There's a nozzle.
I'm guessing I'm going over to where this big round section is around where the
noozle.
knee is.
Okay,
That looks like a thing
okay,
to someone who doesn't know what a thing is.
yeah. You knock on it. It seems like there's maybe a hollow spot just to the front of that connection. In other words, that piece itself is fairly solid, but when you knock on it, it sounds like an echo occurred just ahead of that.
Right, so it's hollow. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll walk around it and do an investigation check.
Okay, what languages do you know?
Draconic, Common, Celestial.
Okay. There's markings on the side of the canister right there by that little round spot. But you can't read it, don't understand. So you're hovering up?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I'm investigating it. See
okay.
if there's anything else.
Yeah, well no, it looks like a screw top cap, I guess would describe it as.
Well, I don't mean just the thing. I mean, I'm just walking around the whole thing to see if there's any
It
hatch, if that's open, if there's a
there
blinking light.
it's
if there's-
pitted, it's pitted and decayed. It looks a little rusty in places. There's grime and almost like a saline buildup over the outside of the surface, over the entire thing, more so on the top surfaces than on the sides. And there looks like there might be some kind of access panels, and they look like they've been scratched, like somebody's tried to break into them before.
So I'm gonna go back over to the old guy.
Mm-hmm. By
Hey,
this time, he's onto his second bowl on the pipe.
hey, that big thing over there.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what it is?
Yep.
What is it?
It's the Guardian.
Of
It guards.
it guards the limb. It guards you.
Well, okay. This didn't used to be a lake a long time ago.
Alright.
There's something that broke out across there someplace, And this stuff's been leaking ever since.
Oh, so it's leaking
Mm-hmm.
out of something.
So this was supposed to be one of the last guardians.
To guard something from whence this leaked.
Well, yeah, protect the place that was leaking. Yeah,
Do you know who made it?
people.
Like human people?
Is there any other kind? No offense.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
You haven't been up in a while, huh?
don't need to.
Of course not. But do you have any plans on what it's going to do?
It's going to sit right there. That's what the tree fallen said that Ivy wanted done with it.
The Ivy is...
The Empress.
Oh, aye, the Empress. And you're beholden to her how?
I'm not. I'm the last watcher.
And what are you watching? This?
No, that.
The limb?
Yeah.
What are you watching?
Why do you call it that? I don't know what it's called.
It's what I've heard it referred to as.
Oh, okay.
Limb. Thus far, anyways.
Okay.
So, why are you here to watch it?
Because I'm supposed to be the herald of the end.
And what's going to happen then?
The end.
Right, well, what are you supposed to be watching for?
The signs of the end.
What are the signs?
Well, one of which is the last guardian awakens.
Ooh. So you'd like that to happen?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen it happen before.
Would you like to?
It would be something.
So do you know how to wake it up? Is that in your prophecies?
No.
Hey! Have they climbed all
They're
the way
on
up?
the they've already ascended. You see them up near the top.
Thunk.
Hey! Oh, we still have the sending stones. Hey! Dickheads! There's a big thing down here. It's supposed to warrant the end of the world. Would you like to come take a look at it? Or are you too busy doing wee schoolboyish pranks?
Very funny in light of his comment about boyish pranks for you to do that. That's,
Do you think it's important that we see it?
Oh, aye. It's supposed to herald the end of the world. I think that's a wee bit important.
It probably just means that it hurts a dragon some way. End of his world.
I heard that.
no, not at that.
Tell him I'm not here.
Is Glim there? In Glim's voice. Glim's not here!
I just imagine that we always have the sending stones in speaker mode. So
Which
we
means
can
they
all
couldn't
talk.
receive.
So you're always hearing each other. That's not how
Put
they
two
work.
put
Yeah.
two stones up to each other.
Feedback. Ah, my ears! Don't do that.
No, all I imagine is they just start talking to each other.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, like
They get along even
It's
each
been
other.
a while.
like the Firkins used to, whatever those stupid bears, right?
Alright, I'll start making my way back down.
Making your
Walking
way
fast.
downtown. Glim will stay on hand for now.
So I go back to the Herald of Doom.
I'm gonna hand you the sending stone then before I go back.
Okay.
So we have a communication line.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what it looks like these big arm-like things are.
Says, oh, be careful with those.
How long since this thing worked?
As far as I know, it's never worked.
Has it never worked? Or has it never worked since the never?
Since I got here, it has never worked.
When was that? 125, 1500 years or so?
Yeah, something like that.
Thought so. So he's gonna look at the arm things.
Yeah. He keeps warning you, don't look down them. That's
I
bad.
look right into the barrel.
Do I get
Dust
there at
comes
that
back
point?
up. Yeah.
Hey, it's
Do
a
they
wee
look
bit
like
dusty.
guns?
They look exactly like guns.
That's a gun. Get your eye out of there.
This isn't look like no gun.
You don't know where it's been.
It does.
Looks like a big fat
You weren't here when I was hanging out with
Thing.
the other. I've seen their shit.
What about on the back where there's this big like yellow and black circular symbol?
Kodar.
Hmm.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
have
that's
had a
where
spare,
that was where the
spell
valve
character
entrance that I was
sheet,
talking
would
about is. It looks like
Spell
a gas can fill in.
Yeah.
Thanks, anyways.
Does it open?
It's got a little door on it. Yeah.
Does it open?
Well, you have to fiddle with it. Make a percentage check for me, please.
Oh, you know me and percentage checks.
Yeah, I do.
High or low?
95.
Is that higher or lower?
I don't know.
It's lower.
Well, first of all, roll me a d20.
16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now,
It's higher.
95?
Mhm.
It's not higher.
I told you.
No, I said yours was higher.
Mine's not higher either. We hit that magic.
Bullshit!
Come look. I've got my finger still on it because I knew you were going to say that. No, right? Yeah.
Just move the finger.
No, yeah, no. see, where's
it's
the-
right. It's 95.
Right on
We'll
95.
call it a draw.
If
So you can't get it open. By the time he comes up, he's him fiddling with the back of it now.
Yeah,
I'm wrenching it a little harder.
You're
It's
wrenching.
clearly a twist off, but I'm just kind of pulling.
Well, it's not really obviously a twist off because we don't know what twist offs are historically yet. So
Exactly. I'm
We don't
just.
have mason jars?
no.
No, we have latch mason jars.
Yeah.
Original
I know-
mason jars.
I know a
He's
character
big.
that does have a screw on top mason jar.
I'm gonna try the childproof lock and push in and twist.
That's actually what you have to do in these cases. That's what those are. If you've ever seen the gas caps on trucks and stuff, that's exactly how they work.
Oh, oh, it's
So-
gas. It's a gas.
So go ahead and push. Percentage dice again.
33.
Lower or higher?
Lower.
Okay, you find it, pushes it open. When he does, a little puff of black dust comes out of it.
Do you know what that is?
Black dust.
Do you know what that is?
What, the big thing?
No, the black dust.
Oh.
You have black dust.
Trying
It's
to
kind of
remember
like
if I
dusty
remember what the
blackness.
black dust is. I think I do. Does this character know what black dust is?
It's limb coal.
I think I do.
From when?
Tenerife. So we got something cursed, destroyed.
No, what you were the closest would have been the dwarves that were shoveling the black coal-like substance, but it wasn't dust.
Hmm. Do these look like it? The former prisms. Shards of prisms.
Do they look like the dust? No,
You said that they look like black and
they look like charcoal. They look like yes, they look like the things you had in Tenerife. Yeah, they don't look like this. It won't fit in the hole.
does it react with the black dust at all?
No.
Hey, well that's not it. Push that back. Do they still feel like stone or do they feel like charcoal?
The rocks they still feel like crystal.
Okay.
They're just dull.
So like dull obsidian.
Yeah, not shiny at all.
Yeah, matte obsidian.
Ah ha ha.
Smooth lava rock.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you think? Should we try oil?
In there?
Aye.
I just imagine I'm like
I
watching a
can't see what
cockroach
that
go
would
around in a
do.
circle, so I'm just
Lube
like
it up?
racing its best time
Nice.
That's what
every
you do for
time.
rusty things, right?
Give me a little heads up over the
I
specific
don't know, with the
stuff.
rusty
Preston's just
thing,
taking numbers on his backs.
strip the rust.
Watch him race.
And they're off.
You
number
never
23,
oiled like
takes a lead out and then
like
stops.
a wheel that was rusty?
Oh, we used spiders to transport everything.
What the hell?
Everdark?
The feck is wrong with you?
Who needs a cart when you have a giant spider that can just build a basket?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not be freaked out by giant 8-legged freaking things.
Why don't you be freaked out? They're perfectly natural.
Okay.
They're made of all natural resources.
Except for the ones that glow or have half of an elf sticking out of them.
But you see, we don't talk about those because those don't come into play.
I'm gonna look and see if there's any references to the last guardian or the watcher in the time goddess's sanctuaries.
Yes, actually, there is a reference to the Guardians. Apparently, the Guardians were terrifying creatures that gouted flame and brought death to those that dared to hinder the path of the goddess's plans.
Did we watch
The race.
Nausicaa at the Valley of the Wind?
Go to the gnome page of the player's handbook.
What?
The ones
Read
with
a
the
part
bugs?
of his lore.
Did who?
You.
Don't know which.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Hmm?
The great fire titans in Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind.
I don't
Nope. I heard it.
Have you seen Nausicaa?
What?
Apparently not.
Okay, never mind. Miyazaki film, anime.
Yes, you know, I've only seen exactly one Miyazaki film yet. We watched with you.
Which one was that?
The one about the forest.
Okay, Mononoke.
Is that the right person?
Or is it the toxic forest?
No, the one where it walks and then it gets sick and then they fight.
The forest god is like
Yes.
a deer. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, Mononoke.
okay.
Yeah. In Nausicaa, the world is destroyed by giant titans of fire that walk across and burninate everything. And in the wake of their toxic fumes,
Stream is not the place.
creates a toxic.
Copyrights.
There's no copyrights on explaining a story. We do it literally all the time.
Nobody tell him.
Giant poisonous jungle grows up in their
Okay.
wake.
Okay.
Anyways.
So while he's looking around, do those symbols look like the
Oh, the
language
symbols.
of
What
the
language
other?
do you speak?
I have Common, Elvish, Primordial, and Draconic.
And you also can't read any of them.
Does it
They
look
look like the runes upstairs.
upstairs? Okay. So it's horse.
Nay, nay,
Horses in
nay.
different sexual positions. That's what the runes look like.
No, the symbols would look similar to the ones in the stone structure you saw up above, which you had heard was built by the dwarves.
Okay. I don't know Dwarvish, and I don't know any other any dwarves other than the ones we've just met.
Right.
So this thing's dwarvish. That thing's up there's dwarvish, and they got stupid dwarves poking around, pissing their pants and whatnot. I think they're trying to figure out what this thing does.
Possibly. I wonder if they even know this is down here.
Oh, aye, they do. He said that it was down here by order of the, whatchamacallit, Burning Bush Society.
Burning Bush Society.
Aye.
Alrighty then.
Is that right? It's Burning Bush.
Nope.
Burning Kush. Fallen Tree. I don't know. I'm mixing them up.
Yeah.
Trayvon!
I'm mixing his two characters
Yes, he's-
together into
yes.
one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He gets it. He'd get my joke.
Hmm.
Anyways. So, what do you think we should do with that? Blow it up or something?
That sounds like a bad idea.
Well, we got a hole in it. And we got those wee little explosives that we got from,
Aren't those just gas grenades?
I don't know.
The ones that we got from
Angus. Aye.
Yeah, they're just Gorgon breath grenades. They're not gonna do anything to this.
They go boom.
They get you stoned.
They go boom, and in a small place it could.
It's just a petrification gas.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Well, I thought it was more boomy
It
than
literally gets you stoned.
You've never seen a gas grenade?
that. We
It's like
weren't
a tear gas.
established that they were gas grenades, that they were distraction grenades.
Actually, no, I described them specifically as petrification grenades. They
Well,
are
yeah.
Gorgon breath weapons.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
have
like
bought
a-
those things then.
Like a tear gas grenade.
It's awful.
What do you mean it's awful? You throw it in the middle of a army, it's gonna petrify half the people
I
there.
don't like petrifying people.
Guys, number 23 has taken the lead. He has won the most races. I have named him Jeffrey.
Nice.
What? You're using rats?
Better.
Have you had a stroke?
Not since I pushed him into the right line.
I think he's having a stroke.
Should probably check on him.
Can you move your left side?
Mine or yours?
Well, that sounds like something Blue would say.
Yeah, he must be normal.
Okay, he's normal.
Hey, we found a thing. Would you like to come take a look at it? We're thinking about blowing. Well, I'm thinking about blowing it up.
When you say that out loud, what? The guy over there. Don't be doing that. Blowing it up would be bad.
I mean, turning it on and bringing the
sounds
doom
worse.
of the thing.
I'm sorry, I don't think you get the premise here. It's here and for the end of time.
I thought we wanted to get that party started, you know.
I said it would be something. That's what I said.
Maybe I am not something.
Well, it would be prophetic if a dragon was one to start it, sure.
Aye, absolutely.
Go from silent to Tiora like that.
So, ignoring that,
Oh yeah, there is somebody else down here that should be fiddling with it, since you're fiddling with it. She's actually trying to pry one of the doors open.
Oh no, she's stronger than you.
she didn't come. I didn't let her come down
Yeah,
here.
you did.
No, I said wait up here.
She flew down
She
here
flew
because you
down
told
here.
her to.
You told her to turn into dragon
That
form.
could be.
You even let her turn into dragon form.
Yeah.
That
How
could
how
be
did the
true.
lake know what a dragon looked like?
I don't know.
How does the lake know?
Ooh, look at these! And starts pulling things out of it. Little tiny.
She's pulling the bolts out.
Look, candles! Candles without the fire! She starts pulling them.
Ooh, let
Whoa.
me see.
Yeah, there's a whole bin of them. Must be. There's on one of the arms. Must be like 90 of them.
Ooh,
It's marked DND.
what do you mean that these are candles? I didn't see any wick.
No! Candle!
Oh, the
Candle!
big fiery one in the sky.
The candles never.
I'm sure it's fine.
You're checking it where?
Behind me?
Randomly.
Into the water?
I don't know where it was.
Roll a d6.
1.
Cody.
You hear him throw over. You see him throw over his shoulder. You don't even think about it, and then you hear, bloop.
What have you done?
What?
Oh
What'd you
god.
throw in?
Maybe these go in the hole.
Cody, the slate with dynamite
Throw it away.
firepower.
The candles in the little hole.
Well, it's right there on the arm by the hole. They come out the hole.
The hole's in the back.
Oh,
And we're
Oh, they're
getting-
small
we're
enough.
getting from over here.
they are small enough.
Oh,
Yeah, I will take a handful and chuck them in the little hole
they
in the
look
back.
like candles.
Yeah.
So they look like things I've loaded into a pistol before, but
Now
way
you can,
bigger.
Now you can make your check. That's right.
You do get what I'm trying to do here, right?
Yeah, you're shoving bullets into a
Into the
fuel
gas
chamber.
tank.
Into a tailpipe.
Yeah,
Into the fuel tank.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually into the fuel.
I'm chucking bullets in the fuel tank. That's what I'm doing.
What kind of check is this?
You're just going for perception.
Oh,
Nothing's
it's
gonna
a
happen.
7.
Yeah,
Holy
these
crap.
these are like
But if
look
it's a
like
combustion
multi-stage.
engine,
They
they
look
try
like
starting out,
rockets
there's
because it's a
bullets in the engine, you think
multi-stage
it's gonna work really well?
smart shell.
The problem is if you put it in the fuel tank, it doesn't go into the engine. It's just gonna have crap in the fuel tank.
That's okay. Still
Yeah.
in a minute. But first one gets a very satisfying blink, 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 blink as it falls down.
Ooh, that's fun there.
It lights up and you win a couple
Here,
coins.
Snowy, take a handful. Let's play a game.
So you're throwing bullets into the.
Pachinko machine.
Okay. You pull out all 90 of them.
Oh no. Just a handful each.
Wraith.
Probably
Okay.
like
Wraith.
20.
Emergency. I've lost 3 gold. Jeffrey lost 12 times in a row.
What do I do?
I still don't know what he's doing.
It's his gold. I don't care what he does. He's probably shoving it up his bum or something.
Okay, you
At least
put
I'm
you
not
put a
putting bullets in a
handful,
fuel tank.
handful of them in. Nothing has
Nothing
happened.
turned on. Nothing's working great now.
Wait, another candles.
Darn.
Cody's
It's
putting
really hopeful
artillery
it'll
in.
work.
We have to really.
What else do you think we could try
we
to
have
get
to
this
really
thing
hope these are not
doing
advanced.
its thing?
Want me to take another panel off? She says.
Boy, that might work.
Aw, she learned panel.
Here, I'll help you.
Okay. She pulls in. She opens the one and goes, "Ooh, pretty colors." There's a whole bunch of little wires.
Ooh.
No, actually, it's like spaghetti but multicolored.
I wonder what this is. Hey.
You can make a perception check. Since
Yeah.
you were. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Ixnay. You weren't at Nyx. I was thinking of the other character that was at Nyx. That knows what these are. There's no way you would know. So
Eat it.
No, I'm not gonna
It's a
eat it.
drawer of various lengths
you
of
say
wire.
that to a dragon who's got a panel open. Eat it.
Well, I was telling Valere, but if Snowy bites into the wires, that's what Snowy does. It's his dragon, not mine.
She pulls it. She pulls some
I've
of them out.
told her many times to don't listen to people who tell you to eat things.
No, she pulls them out and she goes, "May I eat you?
And it doesn't
I-
answer.
Didn't hear it now.
If you don't want me to eat you, you'll let me know."
No, that's not how you work it.
Yes, it is. That's what Archer told me.
Well, at least cut it up first. You don't want to choke. I'm gonna take a dagger. And
Okay, and you try to cut it. You find you're cutting into a metal core.
Oh, this wee metal here. Doesn't want to break. See, that would hurt your stomach if you ate that.
I see that.
You always want to tear something
Can't eat
open
it.
first.
Sorry.
I thought dragons could eat coins.
What's that?
So you can't
That is an often held belief about how we get our treasure back to home, but we don't do that.
Okay.
Not until we're really, really old, and if we stay prismatic.
Wraith, get back up here. I'm up 5 gold.
I just keep hearing it from his belt because he's the one who has it.
It's getting a little silly.
Oh no, this is much too silly. Much too silly.
I mean, he did go back up to the silly place.
So what else is in its control panel? Well, the panel that we opened with
Just
the
a
wires.
bunch of wires, and they're like wires connected at the little shiny silvery spots at the ends of the little each spaghetti.
What kind of shiny silvery spots?
Just look like shiny silvery metal.
Like solid limb or solid metal?
I don't know what you mean. It looks like dull metals. What we would call a soldering connection, you wouldn't know. So the wire is connected to a panel with little tiny silver smudges.
Right, Wraith, what do you think we should do?
Leave it alone.
But it says it's going to end the world, and I do not want that to happen.
It says when it turns on, it heralds the world's end, not that it is going to end the world. There's
Which
a
is why I'm
difference.
trying to make sure it never turns on again.
I don't think that's how prophecies work. Usually trying to prevent a prophecy is what causes a prophecy.
That may be true.
So he's about to turn it on.
He's never read Oedipus.
What?
Never read Oedipus. It's a good one.
No, my character's not read Oedipus. He's not into that sort of fan fiction.
Nice.
Fan fiction?
Right, well, seeing how I do not have anything else that could quite fuck this up in the way that I wish, I guess we can leave it alone for now. Is there anywhere else obvious that we may want to explore?
Oh, there's lots more up above from this location, but as far as around the lake here, the guy says the only thing that you know that he said that you haven't pursued is the fact that somewhere out there across the lake is a place that's leaking this stuff. This stuff leaked from.
He says that the limb leaked out of some place. That could be important.
I can't fly, and I don't trust a boat.
You got a pair of boots.
That
It was
don't work.
deactivated after a little while when we were walking down the chain. I don't
As
want
the
that
closer
to
you got to
happen.
the stuff, but if you went up high enough, you could stay above it, theoretically.
Also, you never really said, are we on like a semicircular sandbar, or does it continue around the edge of the lake?
No, just the hemisphere sandbar against the surface of the lake. And
Okay,
the lake
so
comes off.
there's no walking around.
Right. Yeah, this area basically was flooded with the limb.
Well, the
The
drip
material.
would technically be equidistant from all shores because it'd be in the middle.
Well, can I at least try to push this thing over or something?
Sure,
Strength check.
sure.
$17.
Okay. When you push it, basically it seems that the torso or body of it is rocking on very rusty old hinges, and as you push it, the nose kind of rocks, and as it falls so that the face part is still facing forward, but it's now splayed out. Its legs are behind it.
So it falls over like this.
Right.
Right, well that's weird. It's not here how something normally falls.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, 20. That was weird.
When it falls, with the bullets clinking, you notice that there's a small panel along the edge of that tank, I guess that you call it, where you put the bullets into, and you can see a couple of them through a panel that runs the entire length, and you notice now that it's graduated, almost like a pitcher, like you would keep liquid in.
So clearly empty.
Well, except for the bullets.
Hey, it says it's empty.
But more precisely, you realize that it's a measure of fluid.
Right. Supposed to be some kind of fluid in here. So what's the opposite of fluid?
Solid.
Filled with sand.
Gas.
So you're just gonna grab some sand from the beach?
And a couple of handfuls, just start shoveling it in there.
Okay, roll percentage dice for me, please.
Nice. 91.
Okay, how much are you going to put in? Are you going to fill so you can see the
Sugar.
do you see the marks on the side of the
Plot
canister?
twist. It's just dried fuel.
Until not
we
a lot.
have not established what
Just-
kind of
just
sand this is.
Enough that if I imagine that there is like some funnel out of
1
this,
pound, 2 pounds, 10 pounds.
2 pounds.
Okay. As he's packing the sand, funneling the sand in with I'm sure Snowlin's helping at this point.
I'm
Um,
hoping.
There's a coughing sound that comes from the machine.
Hello.
You're waking it up.
Did you just splutter? Hello.
I imagine it's like one of those.
Did something wrong. I'm gonna tell you because that sound is bad.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. Is bad.
That's the sound of things that are about to go boom. I'm out.
I will also go out.
Okay. As you're heading up because now that he's up there, you have to use your radio to let him know the sending stone. Let him know to start turning the thing to lift the cage if you guys want to use the cage, or are you going to try to just climb?
Let's just ride the cage up. Be the easiest.
Okay. As you're headed up, you see the stupid thing stand up.
I knew it. It was dried fuel
I
cells.
was trying to blow it up.
Maybe you shouldn't fuck with it, like I said.
It was kind of fun.
Trying to prevent a prophecy causes it.
And while you're talking, you see it turn and only make 3 steps and then fall face first into the lake.
It's reactivating.
That might be really bad.
Should we do something about it?
Think Snowy could drag it out of the limb?
Oh, probably.
Should probably have her do that.
Hey, let's go. We'll each grab a foot.
Oh, yeah, but we're in the cage and he's
Yeah.
taking you up.
Yeah.
I never got in the cage.
Yes, you
Yes,
both.
you
You both
did.
said you were on your way up. You both said you were on your way up in the
Yeah,
cage.
fine then.
So it takes one person.
Lower
to
the cage back down.
Okay. As you're doing that, Snowy's going. I'm in the cage here. I can't go fly out. So you want me to, I get turned into a dragon then?
No, just wait.
Okay. Okay. So as you come back down, because of the way the positioning was, you were going to pass behind the guy's carriage for a few minutes. When you go running out there, you see footprints of it walk, basically 2 more steps, and then they vanish into the limb.
So that he walked into the limb.
Basically fell face first to get the tanks low enough to get into the fluid enough to fill the tanks with enough so it could stand up and walk. And it walked into the lake.
It did.
Yes.
Job well done, I say. You could
Quick,
have
get your
helped.
camera. There's another one for you.
Yes.
Here, let
I
me
got
get
it.
it.
I got
No, I'm at a better angle.
Yeah, you can't get the discuss quite as well from your angle as Travis can, face on.
Give it to me harder.
Yeah, they dropped the lip a little bit. You were, yeah.
More brow furrow. It's a little. Whoa! I saw a vein. Get that vein going.
Work it.
Too
Got
much
it.
smile.
Nice.
Yeah, you're making me laugh.
Oh, like every time I'm put on the spot? So there's going to be a giant kill all
But
mech
none of that.
coming
None
after
of that.
us soon.
When
There's
you see
two.
that, you can hear rustling. The old man starting to pack up his camp.
Nope,
Let's get out.
nope.
We out. That's the second giant blue mech that you've released into the world.
Second.
Yeah, remember the first one that was next to the, was it,
I think you're thinking of Tuesday.
no, there was a, when we were in the Forget Me bubble and we ran
Oh,
into
yeah.
Doc Brown, and there's the big old,
Yeah.
someone said we were in 8, and it just walked through the time gate.
No, that's right.
I wasn't there.
You were in one of those episodes.
No, I wasn't. I never went into the Forget Me bubble.
I don't remember who it was then.
I have to go back and look at the episodes.
Oh, well.
That was
That's
before
still
we
up.
streamed.
Is that before we stream?
Mm-hmm.
Or that
No,
was
we've been
before we
streaming
recorded the
this
streams.
for a while, but it might have been one of the non-recorded episodes. I'm not sure.
The no longer
It was
find the
before we
lost
streamed.
episodes.
The last episode. Was it?
It was before we streamed. So I was here when we started streaming this one.
No, you weren't.
Not when it
Cody
started, but
was-
when we started streaming.
No.
No.
We streamed a couple times
This
before.
this session started on a stream.
Yeah. This was one of the first
There was
episodes
just
to
like
start.
2 or 3 weeks where we didn't stream at all, but it was the game was supplying.
Okay.
We can go back and look. Go back and take them.
Anyways,
All right. He thanks you.
Do you have a gift for those that worked so hard to
Start the
Help you.
apocalypse.
it's so hard
Help
to
me?
say
something
You-
goodbye.
to help further?
Yeah, I told you it
the-
would make. I told you it would be an experience. It has been.
Experience is his own reward.
So do they want to help me continue my quest to destroy
I
the
think.
world?
I think you've got
Continue
what
my
you came
quest to
for,
destroy the world.
and then some.
Okay. It's worth asking. See you later. Cheery bye.
Wraith, are we the bad guys?
No,
We're not.
Interesting way to say it. All right. All right. So you go back to the area. You're,
Slightly more convinced that he is a white dragon.
This is turning out to be a great session.
isn't it? Isn't it?
It's the greatest ever.
This is literally the worst session ever.
Okay. So we're
Party's
taking a-
falling apart.
I think we're coming together greatly.
Okay. So taking the lift back up
Mm-hmm.
between that and climbing. Actually, since it's back down, so Yeah. Okay. Takes you a while to get back up, but you're back up at the level. When you get there, there's a dwarf standing there, kind of tacitly tapping his foot, like he's been waiting for you.
Hi.
Says, "I'm the agent for Jeremy."
Who?
Yeah, it's the cockroach that beat Jeffrey. I'm here to collect my 5 gold.
No, Glim was up 5 gold.
Not according to the records we have here. You want to check notes? Let's double check here.
Okay,
And in
let's
3,
check
carry
these notes in the
one,
cockroach's
Oh,
cage.
you're right. You're right. Fishes out 5 gold pieces. Gives them to you.
I imagine that the notes are actually just this big because
Yes.
we for some reason got cockroaches to actually write it.
Nice.
So yes, Glim is up 5 gold. And I find it funny because most of the other dwarves were like terrified to come down here. And
Yeah.
we got one to do cockroach gambling.
Yeah.
Are they fighting or are they racing? What's going on?
Isn't it fun when jokes just happen and no one tries to destroy them? It's great.
The answer is yes. We called it the Mad Maximus Cockroach Races.
Got it. Cockroach Death Race. That's gonna be a sci-fi movie someday.
The hardest part is getting them to hold still where you hook the little lasers onto their backs.
Cockroaches with freaking lasers.
Said here first on Fellstone Chronicles. If you find it on Sci-Fi Network, alert us.
Trading on sci-fi, they owe us money.
All $25.
Yeah, that idea is worth more than 25. 26.
Well, it's the Sci-Fi Network.
It's the entire budget of the movie.
So, what's the plan now?
Going to explore the rest of the museum, or are we headed out?
Sure.
Sure.
Explore the rest of the museum that we're allowed to look at. Because I know there's
That we haven't messed up yet.
blocked off tree fallen places.
No, you've already gotten past that. You're into the part that's the tree
We went to
fallen,
the
not
deepest part.
allowed. This is the place where you're not supposed to be.
No, it was right before it. It was around the corner. We saw centaurs. They said don't go any further.
Then I thought we went
Oh
past
no!
them.
Then you went past them and went downstairs. This
Yeah.
has all been the place where you're not supposed to be.
This was the red tape area.
No.
We went to where
It
the
was.
thing was, and they said if you want to get lower, you can go back to the elevator.
Okay, you're right.
All right,
You're
'cause
right.
It was a fork path.
But we can continue down the path, and if there's no centaurs there, then hippity ho, here we go.
Sure. And that's the nature of the lawfuls. Is if you told them that you weren't going to go down there, they'd leave you alone, right? No. So anyway, but if you want, there's actually historical stuff you can go through, or you can go into the area, or you're trying to get into the area we're not supposed to go to. So.
What
Which do you guys
historical
want to do?
stuff do we notice first?
Well, there's a display of a winged, a Pegasus on display with a looks like a spellcaster of some sort on its back, rays of energy coming from its hands, just this huge monstrous display, and it says replica of one of the 1,000. It represents what they looked like in their heyday when the Sorcerer Kings ruled Mariah.
Taste the rain.
Hey, that's quite cool. That is.
This is what they looked like before they were the same being.
What did they claim Horace's?
At the bottom it says beneath this the horse. The horse is clearly a stallion. Below it says Bucephalus, Emperor of Horses.
Wait a minute.
Wait, you know the name?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
What's
the
in the-
sparkly hanging down. You got it.
What's in the next exhibit spot?
Yeah, what's next?
I know who Bucephalus is. We're on quite good terms.
Okay.
I helped him with his marital problems. Personally, I did.
Okay.
And the next part looks like it's been hodgepodged, meaning less quality work to make the mannequins and stuff, but it's a statue of the heroes of NeoMorian, and it's a statue of a half-elf they've tried to create the concept of a big puffy cloud of power around him, but it's basically looks like they've taken spider silk and just kind of draped it over him, so it kind of looks like his cloud is kind of drooped.
Almost
And across the
rain
bottom
cloud.
it says zero tree fallen champion of the people. And below it says responsible for 1/4 of the population's decimation in day 1 of the battle. Responsible for 50% of the home property values of the city during the battle. And personal assistant to the other champions and protector of the Pony Empress's future.
So what I heard just now was Slayer of Many, reason for property value, and he's a servant.
Yes. Second one shows a statue, and this one to you is kind of flattering. It's actually wondrous rod, including a pole. Yes.
I'm gonna get up on the first statue and take out one of my crayons and draw on a little like orange mustache and goatee with little
Okay.
villain swirls.
On the tree fallen guy, or
Okay.
that's weird.
I do need to know why you did that.
I don't either.
Third, there is a samurai figure whose face has already been, looks like somebody's
Defaced.
literally taken a hatchet to the face and completely removed the facial features. And all it says is, husband of Clara.
Ex-husband.
And there's,
Clara.
That old lady we met.
yeah, you met, no, she wasn't a
She's
hag.
not old.
I'm joking.
No, not a hag. It was like some really, really old lady.
She's
She
not
had
an
like
old lady.
10 names.
It's Angus's daughter.
Oh, okay.
The one who owns the bar.
Yep.
Tailor shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking of the old lady from the hut. Remember how she had like 10 different names?
Yeah, Clara wasn't one of them.
So Wondrous Rod, now Clara. Seems pretty recent to be in
Husband of
Anyone
Clara.
else?
Trying to remember if there's anybody else in that group. I think that's it. But
Nobody important.
well, no. Matter of fact, there's a placard for the herald of the halflings, but there's no name put on it.
Name lost to time, apparently.
Oh, his name's Harold.
Well, they spelled it wrong.
You should fix that.
Stonemasons only have so much time.
I think we've defaced enough statues
then-
for the day.
And then there's another group of, and these look basically like straw scarecrows, dressed in like cowboy clothes. And across the bottom it says, "The cowboys, fighters of the shock troops of the war against the Primus." Yeah.
Can I do a investigation check
For?
around the last plaque?
Okay. What are we looking for? Pretty good.
It's okay, I rolled a 3. Just hoping for like a white chalk drawing of like Bone Lord was here. I'm a big fan of his.
Bone Daddy.
That was funny. But
He's on down the road.
Time to hit the old dusted trail.
yeah, and then finally you've basically come up through the back. You come to the gift shop where they sell pop guns that are actually pop guns.
Anything else in the gift shop?
Oh, sure. Lots of green and white gingham and all of that, where you can buy your banners of the heroes and that kind of nonsense. And action figures, if you will, of the Pony Empress and all of that, and
With new kung fu
play
grip
sets of
action.
play sets of the 1,000 horses of the cavalry, that kind of thing.
When you press the button on the back, they kick.
Yeah, the Empress has a little pull string. Math is hard. Oh wait, that's wrong models.
Actually, the Pony Empress should have like 4 strings and a little bit of like a marionette above her.
Well, that's an actual
Nice.
marionette.
Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Not that that's a political statement about how things were, or maybe.
Okay.
Right. So you're back on the surface.
All right. I feel like we missed something.
No, Glim's got all the action figures.
Spent all of his gold.
Yeah, the 5 gold he got.
No,
spent.
this was unopened, so there may not have been an attendant.
Oh, there was. That's true. He may have lifted it. No, I imagine he'd actually put that.
I would have left like a gold on the table
So he's
if
very
that's how much it's
lawful, is what
worth.
you're saying.
Yeah.
No. Glim wouldn't be too happy if somebody pilfered all of his precious action figures. So he at least leaves what he thinks it's valued at.
he's still true neutral.
Snowy's going to do a perception
because
check for something
earlier
she
he
likes.
gambled illegally for the money, and now he's lawfully spending it.
Man.
I don't know what her perception bonus would be,
2.
but she rolled a 10.
Oh, she rolled a 10? She probably would come out with a favorite, which would be...
Something sparkly, probably.
Yeah, probably the wondrous rod, the little pull string one, like the little jackanape.
Oh, no.
He shakes, but it gyrates
Yeah,
to the
it
hips.
It spins on the pole.
No,
and then shakes the tip.
You're just
No,
reminding
it
me of
shakes its
the
head.
dancing Santa.
It
Exactly.
shakes its hips
Push the
as
button.
it quits back up and then spins
Yeah,
down
yeah.
and shakes his hips.
Twerks
and
the whole way
spins back
down.
It runs on Nimbus.
Runs on Lim.
No, the Nimbus light. Yeah,
I know.
The Magicals.
exactly.
Imagination.
This little
Rito!
sparkly outfit. Yeah, I can totally see that.
No.
Your favorite.
I imagine the pole's actually
So,
a straw.
we need a map, aye? To the full,
Don't you have that grid?
The Volcom.
Fulcrum?
Volcano.
Don't you have that grid?
Hey, you got a map on it?
I thought it did.
No, it gives coordinates
It's a
relative
grid.
to where you are.
Oh, I thought it gave like little outlines.
See
of
this
the area.
big dragon-headed spot in the middle? That's me. Do you see all these red dots?
Are there any red dots near the dragon head?
There's 3.
Near the dragon.
But they're not in
They're not in the city.
Right,
Okay.
when we were underneath, there was just a bunch of random speckles that were pseudo dots. That
It's
Well,
like
now
it
we're
was
not
staticky or
underneath.
something.
it's like static.
Shock to your system.
Anyways, so I'm gonna go back to the guy who I had fix Switchblade.
Okay. Did what I could. Here you go, sir.
Thanking you kindly.
But did you have something worked on too? Somebody else's. Or maybe it was a thing.
I had one thing I was working on.
What's that?
Remember the
Masterwork shield.
no.
No, he.
Oh, and the greatsword.
I was
had a
working on the
Masterwork
greatsword, but that's
I
me.
think you just got it though.
Well, I
Didn't you?
got
You
a
just
great
bought it.
sword, but I'm the one doing all the detail work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All the glyphs.
Yes.
So I think the last thing we want to do here is go up into the mountains and find out the place for Angus to get the big shields.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a regular shield first, just in case.
Who needs a regular shield when you got 2 swords? Click, chink.
I imagine just just fires it by accident.
It wasn't connected in.
He forgot to put a pin in, so it just.
Now it's
Bring
a
that
whole
back and let
new
me put a
kind
pin
of
in that.
click, click.
No, so he's just got a spring-loaded sword gun.
It's like those. It's like the Russian ballistic daggers.
Yeah. That's my new cannon.
And it just fires out.
It's got great sword, dagger, long sword, eject.
That That was the new special button.
Problem is, eject is the primary setting by accident.
Oops. He ejected the fork.
It's the one bright red button down at the bottom. All the other ones are like blue or something.
They're all tiny, but that one's the
I'm looking
biggest.
for a killer.
Really big.
Cold-hearted. A real killer. He'd ask what the button is on the bottom. The big red button on the bottom was.
I needed it to be big enough to put the word tiny on it.
It's the Men in Black reference. Don't push the red button.
Mm-hmm.
What does the red button do? Just don't push it.
Stop firing at the nuclear weapon.
Monsters vs. Aliens, the giant red button.
Right, so I guess we're heading up to the mountains that Angus sent us to, unless there's something else we wanted to do.
Just how much is a regular shield?
Base rate.
Base rate.
2 gold.
2 gold. Okay, I have that.
Do you have a note card? Spare note card?
Yeah.
I do. What do you guys
Right here.
Agent Cody makes. Thank you.
I want to give me one of them wooden shields.
Yeah, we'll get those eventually. I just want a regular one for now.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Hi ho and away we go.
Hi ho.
Alright. So.
No more Disney. Now they will copy strike us.
We can cover their songs. We just can't play them.
And hi ho is not subjective to only.
Why
a
is
thing.
Shrek in my head now?
Because somebody
Careful,
once
Pixar
told
will get
you
us.
that the world is gonna roll you. You ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
That's not true. I think it's because I'm in Scottish mode, and then I was thinking Disney, and Scottish plus Disney equals Shrek for some reason.
Shrek's not even a Disney movie though.
I know.
Oh no, the slate's back.
So you have really dirty Scottish humor, and then you have Disney, Shrek.
All right then.
If you say so.
See, my brain is very chaotic, John.
Yes, that's it.
You weren't in on that discussion.
Okay.
We were trying to decide what our alignments were.
No,
What's
we
this
were
hour?
we were stating our perceptions of actually a person at the table was talking about his perception of another person's alignment. Then I happened to concur, and then that led to somebody else feeling that was
An
not accurate.
argument. Anyways,
So we're headed to the mountains.
to
Are
the
you taking an
specific-
escort or just going on your own?
No, they're still within the barrier of the walls, I believe. He pointed at a specific mountain.
No, to go to the mountains, you'd be leaving the area, but you wouldn't have to pass through the barrier because the barrier is only along that western frontier.
Yep.
So you don't have to cross the frontier. You're going to go just straight up into the mountains.
Right.
So I just wanted to clarify whether you were taking anybody with you, if you were letting anybody else know that you were going. Did you? I think he even offered to send a couple of cowboys with you if you wanted to help
Well, he
carry
said
gear.
to come stop by his place on our way out.
That's
we
true.
got around to it.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
So-
I guess we'll stop by his place.
Okay. When you get there, the first thing you notice is that they do have
On
a.
our way, I'm going to practice air walking a little bit.
Okay.
Gonna try your Nimbus walk.
See how well it goes. If it kicks off after a minute like last time.
Just walking 10 feet above the ground.
Backwards.
Walking 10 feet off the beam? That's another.
You could see that I'm walking on Nimbus shine.
Whoa.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Woo.
Go ahead and make your was it dex check? Your test.
Boot handling check.
Nice. Non-nat 20.
Okay, and again. This is representing
Non-nat 6.
nice.
So close
Again,
to that
about
one.
a minute and a half into it, you just get the wobbles and have to stop. It's
Oh,
just-
I got the wobbles. Feeling the shakes. Right, you need some right good ankle strength for these bastards.
well, it kind of goes with the dragon-shaped foot trying to fit in these doesn't quite exactly get the right balance, so it's a lot.
I'll get them adjusted when I'm at Angus's.
There you go. You're getting a bit of a right foot hook. Can you fix that?
Feeling a bit of a leaning. I need more angular support, being that my ankle's like a foot farther away.
Oh no, that's really funny. You get a pair of Airwalks, but they end up looking like orthotics because of your foot structure. They've got to have those metal bars down the outside.
No, I'm thinking that,
they look like Forrest Gump.
it's like a stretched boot, but then has like
Run,
a
Valere,
stiletto
run.
spike just because of how the
You're just
the
wearing
foot
heels,
is.
look fabulous everywhere you go.
Yes. Plus 10 to my charisma because it makes my legs look so shapely.
Jeez Louise. Sorry.
Don't picture it. You're picturing it.
None of that.
It's like that scene.
None of that. We're still in
Patrick is wearing-
we're still in Wondrous Rod
Yes.
City, and so the hips don't lie. It's fucking-
I don't know popular music.
I know
No.
the beat. I don't know the actual like lyrics.
Exactly.
Exactly. We can hear it in our heads. We just can't replicate. All right.
I've
So
a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues,
but-
and there's rosin in me pocket for me bow. I know.
the visual of that.
lumberjack
You
and
guys have
that's
standard.
okay.
Look like cowboy boots. Look fine, but. Despite his personal charisma, he's wearing these boots that look like Forrest Gumps with the big metal things to hold the. Because your toes normally balance you laterally more than people do.
But they still look cool.
No, the trick is now that you can actually wear them and they'll function. You don't have to worry about making those checks. You can automatically now move at walk speed through the air.
Nice. Thanking you.
No problem. It will take. It does take one full round for you to get the stupid boots on. So if you don't have them on, to actually put them on takes a full action.
Well, I don't think I have any other footwear that I'd be wearing most of the time. So unless I have to take
Yeah,
them off.
it's going to make your stealth even worse because of the metal. I'm just clarifying it. Who do you?
You're already
Why
at a
would I stealth?
disadvantage.
I'm just gonna airwalk over them and then plummet with a big sword and whoosh, Thor drop on people. He's thinking about it.
Or drops like this. Lick drops like that.
That too. I still don't know what Froggarag does.
Frogara.
Froggerah.
Froggarag. It's got a J at the end.
It's silent.
You only used it in combat the one time, though, right? Just swung it once, so
Haven't really
that's why.
Tested it.
Haven't really tested it yet.
You got a switchblade back, but it's not magical anymore.
No, it's still magical.
Doesn't have the flaming sword.
It never did.
Oh, it's just on the model.
No, yeah.
No, this is my holy, because I do Searing Smite, and
That's the magic of
Whatnot.
him that adds the damage.
Okay.
It's
All
not
right.
colored though.
So you get over to
it's
Angus's,
just
and
the sword
Angus's
that appears.
is a pretty busy place. There's a lot going on. You see, basically, 30 head of gorgons being driven by his folk, and they're basically up above them, and they're wearing the bandanas over their faces like you expect the cowboys to do in riding dust. But you realize that there must be some kind of ensorcement on to keep the petrification dust from getting through, because otherwise, riding herd on a bunch of gorgons, you could end up being turned to stone pretty
Ooh.
easily.
If we ever got around to using those grenades, we might want one of them. However, they're doing that.
The masks.
Aye.
Maybe.
We should inquire about such.
Now, Angus's family provides you the same kind of hospitality as before. They basically make sure to send Lily up to her room so she's not around to be interfered with, but you're more than welcome to come on up to the big house and we can talk about whatever you want.
I give them 14 extra silver and thank them in preparation for the cornbread.
Cornbread.
Where's my pencil?
I don't know. I have one.
Wise man. Paying compliments and cash is always a good combination.
Absolutely.
Cornbread.
Furnish me with
Oh, we have
your
some hominy
finest.
too, if you want to try that.
Huh?
Hominy.
What's
If you haven't
hominy?
ever had hominy, which I definitely have to try that.
Sure, I'll try anything once, except that yellow stuff.
Oh, yeah. More of a joke than anything else. So, have any of you ever actually had players? Have you guys ever had hominy? It's good stuff.
Not that I remember.
Okay. It's a corn product. It looks like corn. It's raised like corn, but it's big, like really round kernels.
Yeah, I've dealt with it at work. I've never eaten it though.
Most people serve it with like a little bit of brown sugar or something like that.
Oops, sorry.
Punisher?
Flip it over.
Oh.
It's masterwork, right? That's a +1
Yeah.
sword. Okay, that was wrong. Okay, yeah. Then everything.
It acts as a magical weapon. The only thing that happens is it only gets that on until it actually hits for the first time, and then it goes back to being a normal weapon until you get it repaired. But it does give you that opportunity to actually use a standard weapon against a creature that requires a magical attack.
Yes, that's totally what it's going to be used for.
So, gonna head up and do that palavering for me to get us some of those.
Yeah, we
shields.
got our business done in the capital, and we're gonna do the job for you before we head out.
Good. How'd that go?
Quite good. Nothing terrible happened. I think.
Yeah.
What? What are you looking at me for? You could have helped.
Did something go wrong?
I was trying to bugger the thing.
What thing?
Big thing.
I don't think that's what it means that you think it means.
Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about. The government and the Tree Fallen Association made it pretty clear that the city was safe from any dangers. So
Oh, I'm
What?
sure it's fine. Just some crazy bastard down there saying, "Oh, it'll warn the end of the world and bugger all." I wouldn't take much stock in that,
no, of course not.
personally, anyways.
Sure. So, anything you need from me as far as supplies and stuff?
I'll talk to him about getting the fix for my boots if it wasn't done already.
Yeah. Okay. So he'll do that at no cost if you don't mind waiting an extra day.
That's fine. We can do it and then pick it up on our way back.
Sure. So, what the Empress have to say?
Did we talk to her? Or did we only get pushed off on some advisor?
We never talked to the Empress.
I don't think we talked directly to
I
her.
think they pushed us off on some advisor, but
We got pushed off onto a bureaucrat?
probably.
The goat?
But it worked out all right.
Well, you got in to do what you got to do, and you got your thingy bob you said you were looking for.
Aye. Should be much safer now.
Good.
Is it true
Is what
what the statues say? Have you seen them?
what statues?
That them heroes destroyed like more than a quarter of the population first day.
Well, the biggest challenge was that Zero's experience was in individual combat, and he wasn't used to the scale with which he was being asked to defend the city, and he had limited resources and did the best he could. I mean, that was true of everybody. I mean, we lost almost 30% of our fighting force in those first 3 days.
Shame. Could have used a good tactician, I guess.
Well, like I said, as far as let's see, what did you have to work with? You had a glamour bard and a sorcerer, and yeah, I think it's. I mean, they had some kind of priestly dude, but he was going around getting married and ended up being a bit of a feckless son-in-law.
Yeesh. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Is
Fortunately.
that why he had no face?
Oh, I haven't seen the museum. I've not been there. So they did something to the statue.
Right, that one had his face knocked off.
Someone drew a mustache on one.
That's horrible.
Disney seemed very popular. Sounds like they could have used like some kind of extra troops.
Well, they did. They eventually, in the second week, they were able to make some deals with a force of SecGen mercenaries, and that's how we actually found out the difference between the Barovians and the Baravites, because the Barovians came to our aid, but that was before we found out about the frontier.
Very interesting. Anyways, so I guess we'll take that cornbread to go.
Okay. No, not really. You gotta wait a day. We already talked about it.
Alright, we're just going up the mountains to see where the Primus are at and then coming back.
He's
More than a day,
gonna give us resources. We gotta wait a day, get the resources, then we leave.
Okay.
because you want to get your boots fixed.
Okay. I'll take more cornbread.
And some chicken.
No. Just cornbread. I want to be shite and gold for a week.
Snowy goes, get some chicken. Probably 20. Better make it 30.
And a half.
Tuck a few in the portable hole.
A dragon is going to need a few.
She may look small.
She gets a few, but I'm also
She
stuffing
looks
a few in the
slender.
portable hole.
She looks small, but
She
she can
actually
fit about
weighs
10
about
of you in her
700
stomach.
pounds.
Congratulations.
She's like a bag of holding for food.
This is called rations.
It's called we don't need to ration anything right now. Someone else is flipping the bill.
Yeah. Well, and she didn't think it would be dare asking for a calf or anything like that. So
It's okay. I tipped him an extra 14 silver, so that would cover her.
all right.
costs.
So next day, come back for your gear, and there was one thing you were going to ask about. I'm not going to remind you, but if you want to, you can make a perception test to remember what you were thinking. You said you were going to ask about, and you haven't.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Do we need to?
Don't remember.
13.
Perception or
Mm-hmm.
21.
Yeah, between the two of you, remember as you see cowboys go by wearing the masks.
Oh, aye. The petrification shade.
Oh, they're just bandanas, free breathing. They'll even work up to half an hour underwater.
Woo! Can we get some of them?
Yeah, they're 200 apiece.
Gold.
Of course.
Do you want one?
Sure.
Do you want one?
Hmm?
Breathy things.
It's a
Glenn likes to
bandana.
breathe.
You'll take one. I'll take one. Snowy will take one.
Snowy would take it. Hers will be larger. It'll cost more.
Do they come in dragon size?
No, but she she stays her normal size, her current size, she can wear one. But if she wants the bigger one, you're gonna.
So we'll get a bigger one.
Okay. So that one will be 400. The other ones are just 100.
So 4, 6, 8, 10.
So 10 platinum.
Yep.
10 platinum.
Ten.
Not one.
Not one platinum.
10
Not one
platinum.
crown. We're not doing that math this time.
110 plat.
Great. So how far do you think this mountain is,
Oh,
time wise?
the mountains to get to where you need to go to.
The one you said that the Primus were most likely camping on.
So I thought this thing needed to go talk to the Daeans.
No, you said that there is a camp of Primus that he wanted to find out that they are on this specific mountain, and if we can find out where their hideout is, we don't have to do anything, but find out where the hideout is and come back and tell him he was going to have a stampede or whatever.
Gotcha.
to take him out.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, he does specify one more angle to that, and is that I need to know whether or not a specific elf is there among them.
Okay.
What's her name?
Quantivus.
Quantivus.
I feel a chill
Quantivus?
on my spines.
It's a namesake. I'm sure it isn't the same guy. That's a first
I have a
iteration.
question. Does this name ring any bells in the annals of dragon lore that
Yes.
I've discovered?
Yes.
What does it ring of in a bell?
It's
Prosperity.
He's known as the Dragonbane. That name is associated with a villain of huge proportion historically.
I'm gonna roll percentage to see if I'm holding anything, and if it breaks.
Holding your switchblade.
I was about to say, I would have figured
Shoot
he
him,
would
there
have
goes the
been...
knife.
I assumed he would have been holding that thing just like I don't want to let it go.
It's only 19, so probably not.
Sheer straight white knuckles.
You hear
White
a little
knuckles?
crystalline cracking on my knuckles.
White knuckles.
Are his scales cracking?
I talk with my jaws clenched a wee bit right now. So did you want that medium or rare? Or well done?
What was that?
Quantivus.
Oh, I just need to know. I just need to verify that he's there
For...
for a bounty.
Would you like some help collecting on that bounty?
No need. No need. It's
No. Free of charge.
I wouldn't want you to risk yourselves to do that.
It would be my pleasure.
Which means you don't have a choice.
I might rescind my offer if you do that. It would complicate things. I just need to know whether he's there or not.
Will you assure me of his...
He's only a namesake, dude. It's like how else to strike terror in your neighbors but bring out the names like, I don't know, Tyndall or
Dread Pirate.
Yeah, what's that?
Dread Pirate or something.
It's like
Oh,
naming your son.
I'm thinking of
Keys.
Nyko's character.
Kodar.
No, I was
It's
thinking
not
more,
villains. Just
No.
intimidating.
I was going to say more along the lines of, I don't know, Featherin.
It's like naming your son Lucifer.
Right.
And wondering why people don't like
Why
him.
people don't like him.
I knew hang out with Lucifer.
Yeah, I think
I knew a kid named Lucifer that I
think
liked to hang out
Quantimus
with.
might actually end up as a bullet point at some point.
Yeah, a bullet point. Point in which you are filled with bullets.
I have a gun.
You want to use it?
I don't know if it works right.
Do we have any gold lying around? Do you got more of those arrows?
Not lying around.
He spent them, remember?
No.
He spent some of them.
I spent 2 of them. I still have them all. They're just not lying around. They're gathered up.
We need to figure out how to get some mortal arrows. And,
Morgul.
yeah, and take a field trip. To find out why, wait for the coming module.
Nice play.
Plug, plug, plug. Is a plug worth BP?
No.
Darn. So, very well then, we'll find out if this right bastard's there.
Okay.
And do nothing about it. I'm sure. Do nothing about it. You'll do nothing about it.
Okay.
I'm not
Valere.
talking to you.
Valere. You'll
Huh?
do nothing about it.
Who?
You'll do nothing about it.
About what?
You said you'll do nothing about it.
About what?
Exactly.
We're not doing anything without asking.
Aye.
You're
I
right.
didn't have a problem. Do you got a problem?
No.
Why is he like that? I'm a dragon. I don't even get what Quantivus is. Why is Quantivus bothering
Do
him?
they say that name? It's dirty.
Okay,
It's a bad name.
I'll remember that.
It's
People with that
bothers
Now when she gets upset, she'll go Quantivus.
People with that name should not be trusted. Ever.
His- Plot twist, his father's name was Quantivus.
Yeah.
That's why you don't even remember him, because he's dead.
You thought you were human before. It turns out you were a Primus.
Nice. Well, that's happened before.
So wait a minute.
Anyways, so off we go, I guess.
All right. So
On the road again.
after you get out of town, she says, "Can I change back?"
Oh,
No.
hi.
Feels better.
Was she carrying anything, and does she lose it?
Oh,
I don't think she actually had armor or anything. She's
I thought I was carrying her stuff that she bought for her to play with,
right.
but you said that she was most likely holding it, and that I would be mean to keep it from her. So I'm just making sure we don't lose it.
got a pouch around her neck. It's like a collar.
That would denotate things that don't.
Stretchy belt that
where,
just goes
where
to pants.
would be a better place for her to keep her purse?
Oh, good point. I know. Ha.
Oh no.
His name's Felix. Found him in town. He said he'd carry my stuff.
No.
Right over there.
Is
I
it
look.
Is it a cat man named Felix? It's Felix the cat.
His best friend's name is Figaro.
So who is this?
Felix? Felix, he says he's a rouge. He spelled it first. R-O-G-U-E. Rouge.
Wait,
Sounds
you
right
continue
to
on.
Glim.
I'm just gonna have a word with Felix.
Okay.
That's a dragon. Don't steal from it.
Gosh! You're Mr. Valere, huh? I heard so much about
Divine
you.
sense.
Please. He's about as chaotic neutral as you get, just kind of a goofball. I really like your daughter. She's
I'm
really
picking her up by the
marvelous.
scruff of the neck.
Is he wearing
Don't do that, Mr. Valere. My mama did that to me once.
Would you like to see your mother again someday?
That'd be kind of hard because she's dead. She had 9 lives. It took 10 daggers.
I
Good
get it.
thing. I have 10. Would you like to see your mother again soon or later?
Mr. Valere, I just was being nice to Snowden, and she asked me to carry stuff because she can't carry stuff, she said.
That's what she's got me for. And 2 other friends that can do the same.
Yeah, but she said that you were cramping her space. Sorry, please don't hit me.
Dad's cramping her
What did
style.
she have you hold?
Just this bag. It's got a big padlock on it. She was smart.
Okay, is there anything else?
No.
Take the bag.
No, Mr. Valere, that's
Oh no,
Nolan's bag. That is Nolan's bag, and she told me to
I'm
carry
gonna
it.
give him a silver.
No, come on, Mr. Valere.
And I'm gonna put him down.
Mr. Valere.
Mr. Valere, I have an obligation to your daughter to protect her. And she's been really nice to me. She brought me drinks. So I think you should be more considerate of her feelings.
I'm sorry, don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Let the kid down.
He's already down.
If you do anything to her, for her, or otherwise stealing her stuff,
Why would I do that?
if you do, you do know
She told me I could be Chamberlain
I will
someday.
punt you into last Tuesday.
Chamberlain.
It's a title.
I'll punch you into last Tuesday, and make sure
Ooh,
you
you're a
end
time
up,
traveler, huh? Please don't hit
Make
me.
sure
Please
you
don't hit me.
end up in a place where no one will ever remember your name.
Oh, you sent me to the Lost Place. I've heard of that place.
No, you haven't.
I have too. I've heard of it. It's where all the rogues get to tell their children they're going to go to. It's a place where they're lost.
It's where all the Lost Boys are.
You're testing me, boy. That's not a smart thing to do. Do you got me?
If I had you, then I would have gotten you, and if I got you, then I would be getting one over on you, and then you'd be mad at me. So
I'm gonna do a insight to see if he's really that stupid. Nat 20.
he's a
Is this an
19. He's a
affectation?
He's a 9-year-old cat person who's been working in the streets as a nothing, and along comes a beautiful dragonborn who asks him to carry something for her so she can have her stuff. And
I'm just checking. Is
And he
it
is absolutely-
genuine stupid? Or is he doing an affectation to fool me?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Then I drop him and walk away.
Snowlin's got a better judge of character than that. Okay.
Okay, John.
You're the one that wants her to be grown up.
Yeah, but you're also the one that's constantly messing with her. Me.
Okay, there we go. That's true.
Through her.
He pokes
Onward.
You will find me very useful, sir. You will not be disappointed, I promise.
You
I
win
love
our
furry caps.
Wraith. You win our little wager. Pass you a silver. I was betting that he would hit the Catman.
Cool. Lost one.
Huh?
The day is not yet set. I wouldn't worry about that coin. You may get that back.
Oh, I'm just talking about in this excursion alone.
I'm glad I'm facilitating your fun. That's what I'm here for.
Yes.
All right.
Add a
So
silver piece.
now that she's in dragon form, you'll find that Felix stays just beside her right paw, just about 4 feet off to the right of her right paw, carrying her stuff. And when it gets quiet, he'll get involved with small talk with her, but for the most part, he's pretty silent.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. So somebody roll me a 20-sided for encounter check.
Sure. Never mind.
18.
We have an encounter.
You have no encounter. You're safe for the first night. Set up watch. Who's first watch, etc.
Glim will take first.
I said first.
You're elf. I just thought you'd take middle. Good point.
Okay, so nothing happens during first watch, mid watch, or yes, mid watch, second watch.
Sure, I haven't spent any spells.
Sure, go ahead.
So roll. 14.
14 again. Blissful peace. There's
Glim carves a whistle.
there are lights up on the ridge above you,
Ooh, pretty.
more than a mile away, and are bright like searchlights.
Do they
You
look
hear
like
voices, but you can't make out what they're calling, and they don't seem to be coming any nearer.
Do they look like the lights are focused in directions, or are they just?
Yeah, it's like somebody's looking for something.
Do they
Up on the-
do
above
they
the ridge.
frantic? I'm just curious.
No, but there's shouting back and forth like there's more than one group of them.
Like that scene at the beginning of E.T.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I'm just curious if like they're looking for a kid or something.
Yeah, you can't make out what they're looking for, but they are definitely doing like that. They're
I'm
just
assuming
scanning
that if
the
it's a frantic, then it's something urgent. If it's slow, then they're actually being thorough and they're not sure what it is.
Yeah.
No
like I
one
said,
accidentally kidnapped her new cat friend. Paid him to kidnap himself.
I kidnap you to become an adventurer with me.
I mean, isn't that how most adventures begin?
Come on, kids, let's go on an adventure.
You kids want to see Dead Body?
Yeah, I saw that movie about a
Kids,
million times.
you want to be a dead body?
Escalating. Okay, so yeah, nothing happens during the second watch, you said.
Yep. just other
Glim's got a
than the lights.
crudely made carved wooden whistle.
And then third watch, you or Snow, or are you gonna let Felix do it?
I'll do it. What am I rolling?
Not just a D20.
D20.
5.
And of course.
While you're on watch, Felix wakes up early, comes over, sits beside you silently, looks at the fire the same direction you are, looks over at you. How long have you known Snow?
All her life.
This magic moment.
You know she's scared of you.
No, she isn't.
She told me she was.
Sure. How so?
I don't know. I just asked her if she was. I mean, she's dressed just as a warrior, so I was asking her if she was going to be in fights, and she says she's afraid you'd be mad at her, and you were that she was scared of you.
Okay.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Hi. Thanks for that. But don't get too comfortable.
Oh, it's kind of hard right here on the road. I didn't ring my bell this morning.
Good. You should
Right.
get more sleep. No time
It's
for
nice we have
cat
these
naps.
talks. Yes.
We have nice talks.
Wake up. Morning, nice and early. Birds chirping in the trees. Still a little disconcerting after all the time of not having them to.
Why is it weird to have those here? They've been here all the time.
So used to bats.
Prestidigitation, the sound of like the Scooby-Doo bats.
Nice.
Or high pitch, but yeah, that rhythm.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
So
as
back to the road.
yep, and we're climbing into a coniferous forest, not carnivorous, coniferous.
Conifers, yeah.
Exactly. So the smell of pine.
I didn't know we had horses, but
Yeah.
You don't. You just have.
Merrily
You
we
just have
go.
Felix clapping for you.
who gave the cat the coconuts?
I imagine it's like the one-man band, like the cymbals on the
Yeah.
wrists and everything, but it's coconuts instead.
You just have to cobble them together really fast. Make it sound like a group of them.
I don't know who gave the cat coconuts. It's working.
How they get a coconut?
Supposedly a
We're in
swallow.
a temperate zone.
Supposedly a swallow.
Shipping.
Amazon,
Oh,
don't you
food.
know? It's the Amazons.
It's the Amazons.
Oh no.
Women warriors.
It throws coconuts at you.
No, they're the transporters.
See, I thought somebody used email to get it to him.
Yeah, that's how you order them. It's through email. They're delivered by the Amazons.
Much too silly. Much too silly.
That's a silly place.
Nice of the round table.
Anyway, as you reach that ridge where all the
Lights
looking
were-
around was, you see there's a lot of footprints around, but no evidence of anybody. Anybody have tracking? Want to do
I
a
will.
search of the area?
I will walk up
I have
into the
survival.
air
Walk up into the air.
and get an aerial view to see if there's a general funneling direction of where they might have come from or gone to.
There's no evidence of any body.
Whoa.
Good point. While you're up at elevation, you do see that they've worked their way down the mountain to this point, but looks like they have left the roadway headed almost due south. That would head them in the direction of the Dayan forests.
Damn.
That's bad.
Better during the day and then the night. And
Is there any way to tell who left the footprints or any visual signs of what they did? Did they set a camp
Sure.
here?
Do you have survival or other natural tracking skills?
survival.
Well, seeing as how I never took a background or anything, no.
He has survival.
Yeah, I have survival.
Okay, so you
Maybe
can check.
talk to him.
$13.
Yeah, they're humans or humanoid. There's no, they can't tell an elf from a half elf, so to speak. But there's enough tracking evidence to indicate that it's not like, for example, a group of expert elf hunters or anything like that. It's almost like they might be driving something ahead of them instead of trying to catch it, because they're not being conscientious about where they're leaving their tracks. So they don't mind people knowing they pass through.
I'd compare boot sizes.
There are no small people among them. No children even. All the footprints are larger.
Size 8 and above.
Size 6 and above, yeah. I'm going to say.
It lets us know that there's no little people,
Yeah? I don't know.
no children.
Got the halflings got kind of some big.
It's also by depth,
That's fair.
and it also depends if there's 7 dwarves with them or something.
Nice. The other thing to note is that they are intentionally leaving. If they're not intentionally leaving breadcrumbs, they are the worst, sloppiest eaters you've ever seen. They are leaving breadcrumbs the entire width of the pathway.
There's a whole loaf of bread right here.
Hey, you should do your confectionery whatnots to see what kind of bread it is. See if they're the good
There's a
kind
possibility.
of breadcrumbs.
How badly did they hurt you?
Nice. Go ahead, roll.
What is it? What kind of check is it?
To be a perception with advantage on whichever your.
Okay.
Is it charisma?
Well, is it? If it's perception, it's wisdom. It was the same number.
Nice. Which was
400 checks. Cool.
It's perception.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 6.
Yeah. He goes, well, it's bread.
It's been out here for too long. It doesn't know anything. It's been left out in the cold.
Went from bread to skull.
So you're saying that it went sour?
Nice.
No, it's been abandoned. It feels so lonely.
He was going for the pound of sour.
I know the feeling.
I know. I'm going for the reason I can't track is because the damn bread is not being
You got it.
helpful.
Yep. Unhelpful bread, damn it.
It's unleavened.
Unloved.
Unleavened.
Therefore, do you wish to follow that track, or are you going to go on up the mountain, which is what you're supposed to be doing?
I'm gonna continue, I guess.
Okay.
That's my vote.
I think we should follow the breadcrumbs.
You always want to follow the breadcrumbs.
There's literally hundreds.
You used to be the one that left the crumbs.
Nostalgia. Why do you want to follow it? Nostalgia. All right.
They might have cornbread up there.
You follow the tracks back up the mountain, and about a quarter of a mile further up, the breadcrumbs and all the tracks stop abruptly. It's almost like somebody curated the forest. There's not even any signs of the physical breadth of the track. It's like they had a ranger hired or something, and then all of a sudden he quit because it's night and day difference. So you're going north. You're not able to the track. You're tracking them backwards, and all of a sudden contractions all vanish. And the roadway continues onward, but the forest takes a very different feel. The conifers, even the piles of needles that are normally underneath the trees, look like they've been swept up. It's oddly like somebody is trying to protect the forest from a forest fire or something, by cleaning out all the underbrush.
Well, the
You
forest
heard I was
custodian
coming.
does their job well.
So
The
are we
forest
getting any
janitorial
closer
services.
to that big storm ring
The FJS.
that we could see from the city?
No, that's the storm wall is to the right.
I thought it was fully encircled.
It does not.
Okay.
It's that's why they call it the frontier. It's just the one wall of. It looks like an eye wall of like a hurricane, but it's literally just one side, which is the eastern
Okay.
eastern frontier with the Barovite Empire.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way now
Well,
into
speaking of
this,
which, it's 9:30. Do we want to take a break before we end, or no?
we're only half an hour from end anyway, so
Okay.
let's just press on.
Yep.
Unless you need to stop.
No.
Okay, so do you change your tact once you reach that? Is snowy flying, walking? What's your?
We're going in the woods.
Yeah.
She should walk.
I'm walking. We don't lose sight of anybody.
Okay.
Bloody system.
Hagrid.
Hagrid, nothing on the sky.
Nice. Looks good on here.
Good to know.
On paper, anyways. Hey hey. Hey hey.
Boo.
Boo yourself.
Okay, so about half an hour to an hour further along, you've not seen a single like out of place needle. Pretty much. I mean, it's almost disturbing now. You realize how somebody has actively worked to clear the forest here, and
I'm gonna smell the air, see if I smell any pine flavored cleaning products.
Wouldn't you be able to detect a thing there? But you can go ahead and make that check real quick though.
The sassy
Are you
lady
trying
in
to
the background
pine
kinda
solve
sucks.
this?
Haha, haha.
What?
I always think perception's under dexterity for some reason. 16.
Weird.
16? Okay. For half a second, you smell something that seems strange, and you're about to alert your friends when you hear the sounds of the bowstrings.
I smell. Oh. Bowstrings.
Yes.
You
I smelled them.
bowstring.
No, you actually go, that doesn't smell, yeah, like, it's
I
like
smell.
bowstrings?
Bowstrings?
Exactly. But you hear them from all directions around you.
They do use wax.
And stepping from behind a tree, almost as if he's stepping from its substance, is a elf.
Oh, hello.
Rather foppish looking individual wearing plate armor, helm under his arm, but the helm's one of those big tall elvish ones with these two weird like otter rays up the side of them.
Hello.
Hail, and well Matt, why are you in our forest?
Oh, just passing through. On our way to Fulcrum, was it, right?
We aren't heading there yet.
Oh,
I think that's in the other direction.
oops.
You were headed to Fulcrum and you ended up here.
We do not have a navigator.
Yeah, that's
Look at the gnome. He's supposed to be holding the map and he lost it.
I thought we were spreading the word of Snowing.
Who?
well. We did notice your large white beast back there.
She is nae white.
Well,
Look again. With your elf eyes.
oh,
Taking the dragon's 2 eyes and go.
ah, Draconis prismatus.
Aye.
Nomus Maximus.
Name your price.
Oh,
Your head.
Oh, that's you flatter me far too greatly. No, what I was referring to is that I've been looking for one of her kind for some time. As a matter of fact, I've been looking for other things in this area as well, and my tracking is leading me towards the city. And the fact that you've got her with you would make it so much easier for me to continue my work if I had her with me.
What are you looking for?
Redemption.
What does redemption look like?
Right now, it looks like a opalescent young dragon.
What's your name?
Oh, I?
Hmm.
I'm Quantivus.
I managed to not do anything.
That grip's getting a little warm further, huh?
What is your quest?
Oh, I'm just now working as a patrol lieutenant, and you've entered the Primus holding known as Elevon, and you are?
Real quick. What's your favorite color?
Orange. No blue.
You're on the third question.
I don't understand. Yeah, I get that, but I don't know why you care.
Out of character.
No, I know.
Just
I
making
totally,
sure.
I totally was.
As a being of many colors, I've grown to appreciate what it says about the person, what color they favor.
Oh, in that case, you'd have to say that I'm fond of purple.
What was that?
Purple.
Purple. Oh, okay. Hey, it's a good color, that. It is. Very good.
So
Anyway, so we'll be seeing you.
Well, not so fast. You still haven't given me satisfactory reasons for why you're heading this direction. This is clearly not the path to Fulcrum.
I know, we're heading back the other way, right, boys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't mean to come here and mess with your stuff. We'll turn right around and head out.
Yeah,
if
this is the last time we let the dragon lead.
Hey, I'm better than the gnome.
So Quantivus, that's a
I
very
was
interesting
talking about the
name.
one that's trying to fill her stomach.
Huh?
Simon looks over at you with kind of a weird look, like,
Simon?
What?
what?
Shut the fuck up.
Snowing. Silence! Silence!
So Quantivus, that's a very strange name.
Oh, it was an ancestral name.
Does it mean anything?
Oh, among our people, it's known as the savior of the Eldrin and one of the co-signatories of an old document. No longer matters, called the Pact.
You should be very proud, I guess, for having such a
Prestigious
illustrious
name.
Yes, and we're but a few of those that still remember its value. Pity the mortals and their lesser friends. They all have forgotten.
They are quite short-sighted, they are. Unlike us, you know.
Yes. Well, I certainly could use an ally such as yourself, and so if you ever want to come and see some of my works, feel free to meet with me at the Eyrie.
What kind of works?
Oh, I'm starting a breeding process.
Of
Oh, I'm assisting the Draconians in reestablishing their kingdom.
oh, good on you. Well, you can sure that I'll be behind you. I mean, have your back.
Is this done through pamphlets or some light reading material?
What's that?
I want to
Which
give
part?
you some credit about
Yes.
that. So, where was it that we
I'm
could
just
find
paranoid
you?
that he's running around
The
with a
Eyrie.
board.
Where's that?
It's in the heart of the day and forest.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, we gotta make sure we're on the right path. We're probably gonna head back and get a better map.
Sure, and if you do happen to get let's say a whiff or a sniff, I noticed you snorting the air a moment ago. If you happen to hear anything about, say, any odd stones of a silvery color, scale-like appearance, I'm paying top dollar for those. I've started my own collection.
Oh,
You have a
any?
collection?
He just kind of smirks. He says, "Too bad we don't have time to talk, as you have to head
no,
back."
seriously,
so-
I found something you might be interested in.
Glim Miner's Illusions.
No.
The confection.
No.
Don't do that either.
I found something. It's this gold coin. It had like this egg-shaped thing on it. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, very similar to that. Yeah.
Have you found any of them? Because this is all I found, and it was down in the. You want to go with us? I can show you the shop that I got it in.
I really have to get back to my work. I just am doing my patrol duties at this
Well,
point,
he had
and you
lots
did
of-
say you have to leave.
He did have a lot of magical stuff in
And
it.
what was his name?
I'm terrible with names. Do you remember his name?
Yeah, give me a sec. Let's back a page.
In meta, I figure if we showed him something that was exceedingly
Andy's
close,
Purple
he
Cat.
might be more willing to tag along with us as opposed
That-
to us having
Andy's
to find
It
a way
also
to
could
tag
let him
him.
know that we know more, and therefore
Andy's
could
Purple
have
Cat.
one.
And that, well, no, not necessarily.
That was the salesman.
That's why I'm not sure.
Excellent.
The
I'll
actual
go check
one, it
with
would
him.
be The cake.
Thank you for
It's
your
still
advice.
close enough to know that we know what it is.
Right.
It just means that we know more.
Exactly. That's what we don't want him to know.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So the Eyrie. We'll see
Yep. And I'll check with Mr. Burlcat.
you. Aye. Thanking you.
Yeah.
Cheery bye. So once we go out a little ways,
Back down the path.
back down the path towards Angus's,
Mm-hmm.
Rackets.
gonna-
Don't say shit into me.
I'm gonna just find a twig, start snapping it in smaller and smaller pieces, so it gets harder and harder.
Harder to break. Keeping them together, folding them and folding in. Another
Yeah.
guess.
I'm calm. I'm very calm.
You look very calm. Nothing. Could
He was a
possibly
nice
be
guy.
wrong. Yeah.
Such a nice guy. Such a nice fucking guy. So we guess.
Meanwhile, he's walking back up the mountain going, I know they've got one. Damn it. I know they've got one. They already got to the one here.
Could you check the beeper?
It's gonna point at the one in my bag.
Just check it.
No, not here. They might.
You're still in the conifer forest with the
Okay,
perfectly
as soon
cleaned
as
underground.
we're out of the conifer forest, then check it.
Once you get clear of the clean spot and back past the broad pathway.
Yeah. Because we have gotten it to show other Fellstones than our own before. When we had the one that was pointing us towards Mariah when we still had the one for the ziggurat.
Ah.
Yeah.
He had to press a second button or something, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do a bunch of like checks.
he's done it a couple times now.
Yeah, once you've done the series and successfully done it, then you'll do it again.
Oh, okay.
So
Does it recalibrate and point back towards the forest? or-
actually, for some reason, it doesn't point even at the one you've got. It's like the needle spins, just free spin.
That's odd.
I want to do a check to see if it's been foodled with.
Go ahead and make a detect magic, if you got it.
He doesn't. We could just give it to the tank.
Tink, you want to do
I
it?
thought you guys decreed that I'm not to be touching that thing anymore.
No, you
Because
got
every
to
single
do
time
the
I
thing
do
once.
it, I do.
You did the thing once that made it open up into a bigger thing.
Yeah, but pretty much every single time I do something like that, two things, it's always, okay, never again is the gnome going to be touching it. You literally say
Yeah,
that.
because you went and took it apart once and almost made it explode. We don't want you to take it apart again.
Just see if you can use it.
Okay.
No, we want to see if he can tell if it's been.
Tinkered with.
Mm-hmm.
So what check?
Detect magic.
I don't have detect magic.
You have the ability to do that even as a.
That's not, that's an actual spell.
Well, we know it's already magic.
Right, but you're detecting magic to see whether there's another field on it. That's why I was saying, if somebody has detect magic, you can do that.
I might have access to it.
It's not a paladin spell.
It's not a wizard spell.
It is a wizard
It is,
spell,
but
but
he
I
doesn't
don't
have
have,
it.
because wizards have to add spells manually. It's not part of my repertoire.
Okay.
So I can only get it if I level up again, or if I find a spell scroll and then spend basically 3 days putting it in.
Oh, okay. I thought you had it in your book already.
No.
No.
I have Arcana, which just lets me know, oh yes, it is magic.
Oh, you can use that.
Okay. So I can make an Arcana check to know
Yeah.
it is magic.
Well, because it'll tell you what kind of magic.
If that's
I
the
have
call.
detect magic.
You get access to detect magic?
Yeah, it's in his cards.
Okay.
Detect magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
As ritual.
So that means you could do it without having to have it memorized or anything, so you can do it.
Yeah, so I will detect magic.
Yes, and when you do, you will find that there is a protection spell on it.
On it.
Normally, when you detected it before, it detects as a divination. But for some reason, right now, it's detecting as protection.
So it's detecting protection?
No,
I'm detecting protection.
you are detecting
A
that it
protection
is
on
a
it.
protection spell cast on that object.
Okay. Is it like a permanent thing?
You can't tell that from detect magic. All it does, it gives you type.
It gives you the type, the school of magic, and that's it.
Doesn't even tell you the level. Just tells you the type of magic. So it's an abjuration, which should not be. It should be a divination, which it has been before.
Okay. On the
So-
road and not worrying about it.
So with the dispel magic or something like that, you could try to get rid of it.
It's not worth it.
Okay. Well, within about a half an hour of getting out of the forest, fiddling with it a few other times, it will eventually clear.
Okay.
So it's actually based on where you were. So you're back closer to Angus's now, and you know the information so you can make it to the rest of the way to Angus's with no encounters. And we are out of time-ish, so we will call it a little bit later.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thanks for watching, everybody. See you all next time.
See you next week.
Bye bye. Cheery bye.